Hello, hello, hello. That might be too much brightness on Facebook. Hi, YouTube. Ooh, that's a close shot. Let's back this up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that works. All right. Hey, everybody. Happy Mindset Monday. I apologize for my tardiness. That's why I say that this show comes on at noon-ish, heavy on the ish, because I'm on my own timeline. And yeah, I don't feel like I want to be punctual ever. So let's talk briefly before we get into Q&A about, well, first things first, a few announcements. I will say, yeah, if you want to get your questions seen, get them in soon, get them in early, because I'm going to start going only for 2.5 hours now instead of 3 hours, because it's just getting to the point where I can't. Yes, I did get a haircut. I have bangs too, but they're just not really cooperating right now. So they're tucked away. But I'm going to start cutting it down because I'm just getting to the point where I can't get all the questions. So it turns into like a madhouse towards the end. So we're going to go for 2.5 hours from now on. So if you want your questions, get them in ASAP, or you can use the super chat to, they show up. I can't even. My brain is like, doesn't ever work on Mondays. Yeah, super chat if you want to get your questions seen right away. Otherwise, get in soon, because I will be going first come, first serve, but I'm only going 2.5 hours today. So, and from now on. Anyways, so I just want to talk about staying. Oh yeah, one more announcement. Merch is coming next week. I'm so excited for the merch store. I've been planning this for a long time. I ordered my samples and they're actually supposed to be here today. So unfortunately, they're going to be like just late enough. They might even come while we're on this chat to where we can't. I want to wear it next week so you can see it. And then that's when I'll open the store for merch. So next week, merch is coming. I'm super excited. I've ordered so much stuff and I'm going to literally wear it like it's regular people clothes, because that's how I made it. So I could wear it like people clothes, regular people clothes. Any hoodles. Let's get started. I just wanted to briefly talk about staying focused in your new reality. It's a big one because that's where people tend to take too much stock in the 3D world. They allow their people or the situations, circumstances to dictate what happens going forward. They give it too much power. They allow it to have power when it doesn't. And in reality, it's all you. It's always you. It's always been you. It always will be you. And you're doing everything, every single letter. Okay. So it's very important that once you start writing this new story, that you stay there, because when you're creating the new reality or manifesting the new reality, realizing it, conceptualizing it, visualizing it, whatever, materializing it, it's still like an infinite potentiality. It's like dream, wishes, hopes, and prayers over here. It's not tangible yet. So it's not as easy to hang on to as the current reality. You can see, smell, taste, hear, touch it, whatever. It's here. You know what it sounds like. You know what it feels like. You know what it says to you. You know what it does. You know how it acts. You know how it feels, because it's here already. So it's much easier to choose this one and go back here and go back here and go back here. So make sure that you're really staying focused when you're creating new. You can't have them both at the same time. So if it's not this, it's probably this one. So make sure you're staying in the mind frame only the way that you want it to go. If you have to live in fantasy land, do it. What's the harm? If the ultimate goal and outcome is that everything that you want is going to unfold the way you want it to, who cares if you live in fantasy land? Somebody left a comment on one of my videos and it was like, Roxy, what you're talking about is mental illness. And I was like, so what if it is? So what? And what? Does this mental illness allow me to achieve all the dreams that I set out to achieve? Cool. I'll have that mental illness all day. I don't know, but it's working for me. It's working for other people. I'm seeing countless success stories. Sorry, I'm starting to scroll. So there's my brain trying to do two things at once. Okay, let's just go through all these. Everyone's doing good. Jama's getting comments from her person. That's amazing. Yes. Hello. Love everybody. Yes, new haircut. Got the bangs. I realized after I got it that it looked like Taylor Swift, but I mean, she looks like me. I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, the bangs aren't cooperating right now, so I'm just putting them away. Oh, Carrie's first live. Thank you. Welcome. Callie, thank you for last week's videos. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, that's a good thing to say. This week's videos, because it's Christmas and I'm going to be spending time with my family. I don't want to be chained to my computer all week. I'm just doing as you have asked, so many people have asked for affirmations, just straight affirmations. So we're doing just affirmations all week. So each week is a different subject of affirmations. So you'll be able to just like listen to those, and they're kind of like affirmation rampages kind of a thing. Okay. Everybody's so sweet. Love you guys. Everyone, oh, thanks for liking my haircut. You guys, love you guys. Okay. Oh, I can't read that one because it's not, I don't know what, those aren't English letters, so I don't know how to pronounce that. But let's see. But this person says, hi, Roxy. How do I manifest a guy who ghosted me all of a sudden? It makes me feel sad and unworthy. It was perfect through text, but he disappeared. Well, probably any sort of insecurities, doubts, or worries or fears that you had going on materialized into the 3D world, and this person would be voicing your opinions or your fears, or showing you evidence of those insecurities by doing exactly what you feared would happen, which is leaving and disappearing on you. So we're going to want to start changing that story. People always stick around. They're always here. It's very easy for you to meet and connect with people. You have very deep, what do we say? Deep connections. We have great conversations. They really understand me. They're always around. They're always here. They're dependable. They're reliable. It's really amazing. I always come in contact with these great people. You want to start fostering these ideas about not just romantic partners, but people in general all over the place, because anybody that comes into your life, you want to fit those categories, of course, including your person. So change the story. Don't react to the 3D world, and keep focused on what you want. MDCs, I only recently learned what bangs are because I'm a Brit. Yes, my fringe. Oh, sorry, my fringe. I have a fringe as well, but it's unruly today. You'll see it in my videos. I don't know if I like the way it looks on the videos, so that's why I tucked it away today. It's new, so I gotta figure out how to do it. Amit says, so it's my first Mindset Monday. Hello. Oh, it's your first one. Okay, great. Thank you. 2:18 in India. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much for staying up late. I much so apologize for my tardiness because you're up so late. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. Sunblaze says, my SP stayed up talking to me until 5 a.m. and we have never talked that much before. But he just kept talking to me and telling me about his home life and such. That's awesome. Continue to affirm. You guys have a great connection. You're always having long conversations. You really understand each other. He totally gets you. He sees you for who you are. He lets you be yourself. Blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. Hi, Facebook people. I did have a great vacation. Thank you. It was really awesome. I want another one already. Okay, SR says, can you please give tips and affirmations for living in the end of perfect health when you have chronic pain, dizziness, and other daily symptoms, and doctors have no solution? Thank you. Okay, so when it comes to health stuff, it's very important that you do as much as you can to starve out the concept, the idea, the disease itself, the sickness, whatever. I always use the story about when I healed shingles, but I've also healed my neck injury, and I didn't even do it on purpose. I call it an injury. But when I was in 7th grade, I started cracking my neck because I thought it looked cool. That's the kind of kid I was. And so I developed this chronic neck issue, and it like plagued me for probably about a decade, and it was really bad. Sometimes I couldn't go to work. Sometimes I would get sent home from work because I couldn't function because my neck, I'm just like in like total pain, just like not being able to move. So I started taking CBD oil every day for like about 4 years ago. So I was taking it every single day for 4 years. And I just used to like using, worrying. I used to worry that I would just get addicted to having the oil and feeling that normal, and that I would, something would happen. I always think that I'm going to live through post-apocalyptic times. Something would happen where it's not available anymore, and then I'm just screwed. So I had done in the past visualizations of like visualizing my neck bones being made of titanium. I do that a lot. I visualize like my bones being like made of steel, my hair being made of like little strands of like tiny little slivers of steel, things like that. So everything's super strong. But once this whole thing started with me adopting this 360 approach to manifesting, this is what I teach. Once I started doing that, my neck injury just stopped hurting. Like it's gone now. And it's very strange to me. I don't know how or when I did that, but I know that I had intended before. And I just tell myself, I'm just the version of me that doesn't have that issue anymore. Because sometimes it'll hurt a little bit, but I haven't had a regular day like I used to have every single day. So I don't know what. Anyways, long story short, with the shingles, I didn't give that a name. I never called it by its name. I never gave it any attention unless I absolutely had to talk about it, or if we were like putting vitamin E on it, because it's like it hurts so freaking bad. And I just visualize it being healed. Again, just like with my bones, I visualize them being made of titanium. With my skin, I visualize it just being like smoothed over like Photoshop and just being smooth. And that's how I visualize the shingles. And anyways, long story short, my whole point here with this is that when you have an illness or a disease, whether it's mental health, physical health, whatever, something you can see, something you can't see, you talking about it, living by it, letting it define you, having chronic pain and all these other, oh, my life is, oh, this, you're just feeding it and feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. Now, I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying you need to starve it out as much as possible. And the less attention you give it, the less it's going to affect you. So visualize yourself healing, heal yourself with it every single day, multiple times a day. When I was healing my shingles, every time I would think about it, every time it would, like, if my shirt brushed up against it, I would just visualize it. Oh, never mind. What am I talking about? I don't even have that. And just visualize it being erased off my body. And it healed within a couple weeks. And I know somebody that also had it at the same time. She blogged about it and it took over her entire torso. So that was enough proof for me that, okay, starving the attention out, don't even call it by name. Unless you're literally at the doctor, don't talk about it, period. If somebody asks you what's wrong, I'm okay. You don't tell them. Like, you telling them and having to soak up how bad you're feeling is what's keeping you there. And I'm not saying that you're creating, I don't know. I'm not a freaking doctor. I just know that attention to something perpetuates it. That's how this world works. Attention grows. Appreciation, focusing on something, grows it. So stop giving it a name. Stop talking about it. Stop calling it by name. Stop giving it any attention. And then visualize yourself being healed from it all the time. Whenever you think about it, whenever it comes on your mind, whenever you feel pain or dizziness, imagine yourself being happy, healthy, and whole. Visualize the pain being erased out of your body, and do this all the time. Every time it comes up on your mind, that's the way you need to think about it. That's how change is made, okay? Facebook says, so appreciate you. How do I get comfortable with timing? I worry that time is going and I'll be late to get what I want. That's very limiting, and that's gonna just that alone is creating that tension for you with the time. Excuse me, I still have shit in my lungs. So you noticing the time, you worrying about the time, you stressing about it. Oh, am I too late? No, you're not too late for anything. You're always creating. You create every single, every moment is separate from the next, and separate from the next, and separate from the next, and separate from the next. Every single time you have the opportunity to choose and select and select and select new, or reaffirm the current, which is what you're doing when you notice the time. So stop worrying about the time. It's going to come when it comes. Let the universe do what it does, and focus your attention on other shit so you don't notice how much time is passing with like one or two subjects. Okay. Dreamies Universe says, how do you make things simple when you seem to be manifesting something big, even though manifesting everything is simple? You're going to want to do everything you can to like diminish it in your mind. And I don't mean that in like a negative way, but just like lowering it down, like lowering the magnitude of it, taking the of it away. So, you know, one thing I always say is like manifesting $1 million is as easy as manifesting a feather, which it is. So every time I see a feather, oh man, $1 million, $1 million, $1 million. Damn, I just made $3 million. I make millions of dollars easy. Millions come to me in chunks of millions. I make money in millions. By the millions it comes to me. I just tell myself this stuff all the time when I see a feather or when I think about money, things like that. So whatever it is, you want to diminish it. It's as easy as manifesting anything else. Tell yourself that all the time. Separate it out from anything else that it could be attached to. So for example, I'm just going to use my own examples just because that's kind of where I'm at with manifesting a house. Sometimes we feel like, okay, I can't get my house till I have the money for it. Well, that's going to attach any feelings I have about money is now attached to my house. And so now I have this barrier or this what do I want to say? Like a hopscotch or like these like points I have to get to. So in order to get my house, if I think that money is what's standing in the way of me getting my house, then now I have to deal with money and then I have to deal with my house. If I just have money over here and house over here, they're not any feelings I have about my house isn't going to get mucked up with money, and any things I have about my money is not going to change the way I feel about my house. So separate everything out that you can, and then just purify each vibration about each thing, and just remind yourself, if I can manifest a person that doesn't know me to be in the same space as me just by my mind, I can probably manifest this. If I can make something impossible that I thought would never happen, I could probably have this thing. Again, just doing whatever you can to remind yourself, like, It's not really that big of a deal. Approach it from every single angle. Anne says, so instead of saying I can't, switch it to I can and or it's done, I got this. Yeah, always. It's always working out for you. It's always working out for your favor, in your favor. D. Lou says, hi, Roxy. Hi, D. What if you're living in the end and still occasionally feeling a bit impatient? Like if you ordered at a restaurant and it takes over an hour to get your food. Any tips? Just kind of what I was saying about with what Megan said about the time. Putting your powers other places so that you're not noticing the time as much. And so that you're seeing manifestations pop and pop and pop and pop and pop. And you're like, okay, this one might be taking a little while. I'm working on it. Every day I'm getting closer and closer and I'm breaking down the walls in every moment. So the time it takes just lets me know that I'm still kind of preparing for that moment, which is fine. It's coming. I don't have to worry about it. You have to self-soothe as much as possible. ML English says, hi, I've been binge watching for weeks now. I'm a writer of fiction. Ooh, girl. I want to read your books. I have a lot of I have so many amazing people in my audience and community, just like writers and like doctors, lawyers, super, super smart and driven people. I just love it. Love all you guys. But I think, well, I mean, I guess when you think about it, people who are into manifestation or who are looking to this kind of content are looking to go to the top or do whatever it is. So I appreciate all of you guys and your drive and stuff. It's really amazing to see. And I love seeing your success stories because there's so many that are coming back now. It's really awesome. Okay, love my life. Oh, hi, babe. Says, had a bit of a setback, need to get back on the horse. Ugh. Okay, stay focused. Stay focused. Stay in your affirmations. Remind yourself of where you're going. Keep yourself just a little bit out ahead of yourself. So like if you were to get your manifestation today, how would you be feeling in a week from now? Kind of keep yourself there. So you're always just a little bit out in front. So you're not continuing to reaffirm the 3D. And you can put yourself out in front anyways, but in any direction. But if you're having a hard time, because this is something we talked about, if you had a hard time conceptualizing or believing what you're doing, like for example, if you're trying to manifest a marriage to somebody and you're not even talking, you being able to believe that that's unfolding sometimes can be really hard. So how about this? If they came back right now today and everything was perfect, what would you guys be doing in 2 weeks? Put yourself there, put your manifestations there, and that will help you. I don't know if I helped you. I was just kind of reiterating something we talked about, but stay focused, double down on your affirmations. If things are showing up the way you don't want, just remember you're in an ebb. Energy flows in a wave, just like water, just like anything else, just like light. So if you're down here in a valley where things aren't working out, that means you're getting ready to hit a peak. So make sure that you're doubling down on your affirmations and your focus so that when you do hit the peak, we're blowing all over it, whatever that means. Okay. Sherry says, my SP is 18 years younger than me. At times, I feel like he's a little out of my league because he's so much younger. No, you're out of his league. You need to change the way you think about that. When men date older women, how do I say this delicately? If a man is dating a woman who's significantly younger than him, for the most part, there's only one reason why, right? Because they're not in the same mental space as them. They're not going to be in the same, as Shallon Lester puts it, life arena. So there's going to be a separation there with like the things that they are inspired by, the things that they are working towards in life, their ideals, all that stuff. So generally, if a man's dating someone who's much younger than him, it's because he's looking for sex. And I'm just saying in general. This is me trying to ease your mind about the age thing, because I hear this a lot and it's so irrelevant. And these are just ways that I kind of like, oh, who cares? So when a man generally dates an older woman, you know, it's about the inspiration, it's about the drive, it's about the knowledge of self, it's about the amazing qualities that this woman has, the establishment of her life. So think of yourself more as like, yeah, I'm here. I'm setting an example of how to be an amazing person, and this person wants to bask in it and be a part of something amazing and established and steady and strong. So cut the age out. It's not you thinking that you're out of his league is literally going to make him feel that. So don't think that. Think the opposite. Like, are you sure? Am I sure that you're okay with me? Like, what do you bring to the table? This is what I have, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And this is for everybody. This is not trying to say women are this and men are that. Nothing. Doesn't matter gender or sexuality. It does not matter. Person to person, you need to know what you bring to the table so that you can show up and say, this is what makes me a good partner. And I just need to know that you're going to be a good partner for me. Just like a business transaction. You don't go into a business transaction and say, whatever you want, because you're the person who's the star in the show, and I'll just literally do anything that you want and you tell me to because we're in a partnership. No. You tell me what I tell you what I bring to the table, and you tell me what you bring to the table. We decide if it's a good match for both of us. We have a super chat. Jama, let me know. Says, my SP said recently that I was no longer perfect for him. He used to tell me I was. Do I focus that he now only thinks that I'm perfect for him? Well, of course. I mean, don't give any attention to what he said. Just right there, too much attention to it. It can't, like, if someone says that to you, I don't want you to tell anybody. You don't even tell yourself. You know, like if you see a text that says something like that, I want you to remember, this is not real. This is pixels on screen. It doesn't mean anything. Rearrange that text to say, damn, I can't stop thinking about you. I hope you're having a great day. Oh, I am. Thanks. Bye. Okay. You need to move on, and you cannot, who cares what they say? Okay. So maybe you're no longer perfect for that version of him, but we don't want that version of him anyways, because he's not acting the way we want. So let's just choose the one that we want. And the one that we want thinks that we're perfect and thinks that we are the person for them. So we're only focusing there. Don't even give any attention to the other thing, because it's just, I mean, might as well not even bother, because you're just going to keep getting the one you have already. Okay. Lynn says, or Lenny, sorry. How is the best way for me to manifest my home in my divorce? So start saying you're going to change. You want to change the whole story about your divorce. Change the whole story about your partner, the whole story about everything. You know what? This divorce has been actually the best thing for all of us. We all feel so much better. We feel healthy. We feel strong. We actually are closer and more connected now that we don't have this like tension between us. And the relationship has just been able to bloom. And we've been there for each other. We're giving each other space, but we really are growing this amazing respect for each other. And I got the house. It's so amazing. Like, I'm so glad that everything worked out exactly the way I wanted to. Just visualize, you got the house. You already have it. You're already there. You already got it. It's already yours. There's a reality. There's a ton of realities where you get it. So just only lock in on those. And by that, I mean, only entertain you in that house. You can't even for a second give yourself a plan B. Don't even think about what could happen. Why would you, if the house was yours, you wouldn't be thinking of a plan B. So don't think of a plan B. Only visualize what you're going to be doing in 6 months there or something like that. Just do whatever you can to solidify in your mind that you're there for the long haul and you're not going anywhere. Whether that's affirmation scripting, we'll do all these affirmation scripting, visualization, constant monitoring of your thoughts. Don't tell the old story anymore. Just like when we were talking about health, you can't afford to tell a single ounce of a story where you're not living in that house and that the divorce doesn't go completely smooth and easy for every single person involved. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get this shit out of here. Okay. Remy says, the subtle but noticeable eyeshadow. Thank you. It's a nice little glitter shadow from ColourPop. Thank you for noticing. Okay, Avik says it's 2:18 a.m. here. Oh my God, I can't read. 2:18 a.m. here in India. Staying up for your knowledgeable videos. Thank you so much for staying up, and I appreciate you. I have a lot of people in India, so I love you guys. I'm so glad that you're always here. It's such late times, and I so appreciate that. Luna says, can you manifest someone back that you might not deserve because when you had them, you weren't good to them at all? Okay. Okay, girl. First things first. There's nothing you couldn't deserve, okay? You are here on this planet to experience all of the richness that life has to offer. That's why you came here. So the idea that you couldn't deserve something that's in your conceptualization, that if you can conceive of something, you can have it. That's how this place works, okay? So the idea that you wouldn't be deserving or worthy of something that you can conceptualize in your mind just doesn't exist, because this isn't a place of worth. This isn't a place of value. This is a place of, can you operate the machine? It's science. It's structure. It is not worth-based. It's not judgment-based. There's nobody out there saying, okay, you're ready now, or you don't deserve that. You treated them poor in the past. The only person that thinks that you don't deserve it is you. So you need to understand, if I treated someone bad in the past and I'm feeling so bad that I think I don't deserve them again, I've done a lot of growth. I've done a lot of thinking. I've done a lot of understanding and soul searching to know that I was the cause of my issues. So I'm going to work on those exact issues, become a better version of myself so that I can show up for you as a 10 instead of showing up for you as a 3. And in the meantime, I'm going to select a version of you that has never had an issue with me. I'm going to select a version of you that has always thought that we were deserving of each other, that has never been hurt by what I did, okay? So, or that's over it already, that moved past it, that dealt with it and moved on and is ready to explore something new with you. You choose. In every single moment, you choose everything, including what you deserve and what you don't, and whether or not you can have somebody. That's your choice. So yes, you can. What's next? Hi, everybody. Okay. Selena, this is from the Facebook group. Selena says, I know it's going to happen but what's the best, hold on, I just saw a super chat come up. I'm going to do that in just a second, Selena. Sorry. Pardon. Okay. Because these disappear, so that's why I want to get to it. Vention MG Toe. I hope I said that right. Is it possible to manifest larger scale? I want a lower divorce rate and for divorce court to be fair enough to make it safe for men to marry again. Oof. Yikes. Okay. How do we address this? Okay. We all have our own separate realities, and the way that things come about in those realities is simply by, again, what we focus on and what we pay attention to, the way that we play things out in our mind. So if you are giving attention to, if you are believing in a reality where divorce rates are high and they screw men, that's what you're going to get. So you need to change your entire perspective on the situation. You need to maybe make some peace with it and then understand, like, maybe, you don't know what happened in these marriages. You have no idea why this person got this or this, that. You may have heard stories, but you weren't there. So it's really none of your business. So you kind of have to cut out that old story, cut out the old shit. It really doesn't matter. What matters right now is you going forward. How do you look at the situation? You look at it as fair. It's fair for everybody. It's harmonious. Everybody gets the best situation. Everybody works out. Everybody comes away with a peaceful and harmonious solution, okay? That's the only way you need to look at it. And you need to cut out these ideas of, oh, men, this and blah, 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 because that's going to be your problem. That's why you're going to continue to see situations where men aren't being treated right, okay? That's your choice that you're doing right now. So make sure that no, of course, everything's equal. People are treated with respect. I treat people with respect, and they treat people with respect. They treat me with respect. We treat each other with respect. I treat myself with respect. Cut out these ideas. That's not going to help you, and it's just going to continue to show up in your world if you think that that's what it is, okay? Oh, thank you, darling. Gabriella says, Merry Christmas, Roxy. Thank you, Deb. I love Merry Christmas to you, too. Thank you for everything I learned and manifested from your videos. I appreciate you. I'm becoming my best version, and I only accept versions of people who value and respect me. Thank you. Yes, that is amazing. Exactly. And when you do this, just like with the last question, when you decide that I only accept versions of people who value and respect me, that sprinkles out to everywhere. That goes to the court system. That goes to your ex. That goes to the lawyers. That goes to anybody, that goes to strangers, it goes to every single person, because you are setting new boundaries and you are choosing reality. And instead of choosing a reality where people disrespect you because you're a man or whatever, you decide that is going on in your world. Now I only accept a reality where people respect and love and value me. And I see this kind of behavior all around. And every time I see it, I affirm it. Yep, that's my reality. Love, respect, joy, honor, whatever. Cool. I reaffirm it and reaffirm it and reaffirm it. And that's the reality that you get to live in. But if you decide that everywhere you go, people are mistreating men, or that's on you. That's not on anybody else. Okay, Selena, let's get back to this. I know it's going to happen, but what's the best way to deal with things until it happens? Everything is going well so far. Thanks to your guidance. By the way, I adore all of your help, Roxy. Thanks, doll. Okay, so what I was saying earlier, you got to put your focus in other places. Like, think about your life. Your life is not just of one thing. It's not just your person. It's not just money. It's not just bills. It's not just your work. It's all of it combined times infinity. So if you are just putting your focus and your infinite power and your attention on one thing, well, of course, like, what about the rest of your damn life? What else are you neglecting because you're not putting focus anywhere else? You need to put it all over the place. You need to be training your mind. You need to be paying attention, focusing on how to think. Because if you are worried about time, that tells me that you're not in control of your thoughts and you're not disciplined. If you were disciplined with your thoughts, you wouldn't even entertain a thought like that because it's too dangerous. No. Things are coming. I don't care how long they take, because the universe is doing its infinite power. I'm just a human being here to experience it. I'm not the one making it happen, so it's none of my damn business when it shows up. So I'm just going to be chill. I'm going to practice my power everywhere so I can show you I want this and 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 this. And this is how I want it all to show up. And I'm only going to entertain it the way I want to see it. Otherwise, not worth my infinite power, because you just might bring it to me like that. Okay. That was a good one. Somebody should soundbite that shit. Okay. Oh, Raina loves my new haircut. Thanks, so thank you, babe. It looks it's just basic right now, but it's really cute. I love it. Okay. Nellie Nell says, hello. How to get better at selecting the new version of my SP when the old version pops up? Redirect. You need to be on top of it. You need to be paying attention. Just like I was telling Selena, you have to be on top of these thoughts. Like right now, you need to start thinking about your brain as the most exclusive nightclub in town, and you are now the bouncer, and you have a dress code, okay? Or whatever, yeah, dress code. So every single thought that comes into your mind needs to be in the dress code, or you're getting bounced out. I don't care if it's you, mom, SP, me, anybody. If that thought comes across my mind, it better be wearing a sparkly jumpsuit, or I'm not thinking it. I'm redirecting. You go home and change, and then you can come back. Otherwise, get the hell out of here. You always have to be on top of it. It's very much important that you stay focused and stay disciplined. Melissa, thank you so much, Ellen, for the super chat. She says, I'm manifesting my soulmate into my life. How can I do this more effortlessly and faster? Well, start understanding that it's happening. It's unfolding. You're going to want to look at any limiting beliefs that you might have that are kind of rattling around and like flaring up. Look at what it is that is keeping the distance apart for you and figure out where you might have correlations in your past, things that have, like, for example, if it's somebody that's a long distance relationship, to me, what that says is that you might have fears of someone getting too close to you, because if they get in too far, then they can completely uproot your whole system. And if you don't let them in too deep, then they can't hurt you as bad. So people like that, people who have issues of afraid of getting hurt and stuff like that, tend to manifest relationships where the person is far away from them, or they're always traveling, they're never around because they don't want to let them get too close inside. So look at your limiting beliefs, look at what's manifesting, draw correlations back to it. I do have videos about that. And then start installing new beliefs and redirecting. This is happening. It's happening right now. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. So just stay focused, stay in the new reality. Of course it's coming. The universe is always sending you the most amazing people. You're always attracting beautiful relationships and harmonious connections and people that understand you and get you, and just start fostering these ideas of what you're experiencing and then let it unfold. I hope I answered that. Jay Bunny says, what's the best way to stop obsessing over what SP is doing? I don't want to think of it, but the thoughts keep coming up and I need advice. Okay. The best thing that I think of this topic is that they're doing whatever it is you think they're doing. So get on board and get a hold of those thoughts, because when you entertain what's going on, it's like you're throwing a ball and the universe is going to fetch it and bring it right back. And the universe can only fetch the ball you throw. So if you're throwing there with someone else over and over and over and over, guess what the universe can only bring you back that ball. So start throwing the ball where they're knitting a sweater and thinking about how to make their lives work with you in it. They are volunteering with cats. They are helping their mom. They're helping old ladies across the street. They're sitting in a dark room wondering why they're not with you this very moment. Whatever it is, you are deciding what they're doing because you're locking in on a version of them that's doing that. And by locking in on that, you're calling it to you. You're bringing it to your reality, or you're stepping into it, however it works. That's what's happening. So make sure that if you are entertaining them, you're only entertaining them in a way that you want to see it actually go down, okay? Shantae says, I'm frustrated. SP and I have not been in contact yet. I see his freaking name everywhere. I took them as signs before, but now I'm annoyed because I want him and not the signs, yet still nothing has happened, just signs. What do I do? Okay. So it's so hard sometimes to kind of like diagnose off of one sentence, because I have no idea about your history or what's going on, why things are manifesting. It could be like a multitude of reasons. You could have limiting beliefs. You could have blocks about limiting beliefs about love in general. You could have specific blocks when it comes to this person, past history, things they've done that has hurt you, all kinds of stuff. Just the frustration alone and the idea of I only see their name, I never see them, that is continuing to manifest. So you need to look at the whole situation and purify everything the way you're looking at it. Of course it's working out. Of course it's unfolding, because the universe is doing the job that you set it out to do. You're throwing the SP in a harmonious relationship ball over and over and over. So that's the only ball that you're going to get back from the universe. So remember, you have to stay in the mind frame of what you want. And if you're seeing a name from them, you have to think, okay, great. I'm seeing their name. They're close, and not have that, but it's just their freaking name. When are they going to come around? Because that's going to continue to manifest and continue to manifest and continue to manifest This is why you need to be on top of it. So just like I said, you are now the bouncer. Anytime your SP comes up, they need to be wearing the sparkly jumpsuit if they're in your mind. Otherwise, they need to get the hell out and go home and change. They're not allowed in here without the right attire. So if SP comes up, I see his name. Yes, we're close. I love my person. They're thinking about me right now. I know the universe is just bringing us closer together. And also think about the fact that if you guys are not together yet, something is in you that is still preventing it from coming up. So look internally at that stuff, just kind of like I was saying about doing the self-diagnosing with the limiting beliefs and stuff like that. I have videos about it in the manifesting a specific person playlist. Okay. Emily finally made it to a live session. Yay. Welcome, Emily. Glad you're here. Sunblaze says, have you had any experience deliberately manifesting your appearance? Yeah, I think so. Now, when you say deliberately, to me, it sounds like what you're saying is like, I woke up in the body that I wanted. I don't know that necessarily it happens overnight physically, but I definitely like, once I start telling myself I look a certain way, I start seeing myself that way. Like I literally see it. I tell myself, I keep saying I'm the version of me with a six pack. So when I look in the mirror, I see myself with a six pack. In my head, I see a six pack. And I think about my ab. I'm like, yep, I got a six pack. And when I look at my skin, I'm like, dang, my skin looks amazing. And it does. And I was actually, we manifested this because I was thinking about this very thing. So me talking about my skin all the time, how my skin looks great, my skin looks amazing, I look so young, blah, 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 has kind of led me to new skincare. And my new skincare makes my skin look amazing. And I was just thinking about that when I was doing my stuff this morning. I was like, wow, my skin really looks great. And part of it, I think, of course, is because I tell myself my skin looks amazing, even if I look super haggard. I don't care what it looked like. What's on, again, doesn't matter what my eyes see. I'm the bouncer of my nightclub, and even my skin needs to be wearing a sparkly jumpsuit. Otherwise, you're not coming in here. Okay. So my skin looks amazing. It always does. My body looks great. Sometimes when I visualize myself having a nice body, having the body I want, I'll be led to new diets. I'll be led to, I'll be reminded to wear my waist trainer, which freaking really works. Or, I'll be inspired to work out, things like that. So yes, I have manifested physical changes in my body, a lot of them, but it's, I don't know if it's in the way that you're expecting. I'm not sure. It's hard to, when you talk so much, like I just talk all day long for my job and then doing this, my voice gets so like dusty, and then my lungs get dusty and dry. Anyways, I just making excuses of why I keep coughing in your guys' ears. So I apologize. Lauren says, should I work on myself while I'm trying to get into a relationship? Yes. I'm not perfect. Don't even parentheses that, bitch. No, sorry. Sorry. I love you. That was a very loving bitch. Okay. Or shall I put this relationship on pause until I'm ready 100% for relationship? Yeah. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say 100% put your focus on you. Work on becoming the version of you that is in the relationship that you want. And then set aside the relationship, meaning, I'm not saying set aside wanting it. I'm not saying set aside like manifesting it. I guess I am. What I want you to do is just purify that vibration about the relationship. Like, this is happening. This person loves me. They always treat me with respect. They love being around me. It's a great harmonious situation. We complement each other. We fulfill each other. We get each other, whatever. Once that's kind of cleaned up, just let that orbit like that. And every time you think about it, again, sparkly jumpsuit. Every time you think about this person, it's because it's the way that they treat you amazingly and perfect and you're harmonious and all that shit I just said. And let that orbit. So we know that we want that. We're just keeping them in orbit in a clean vibration so that whenever we're ready for them to come through, they come through because we've got them just ready. They're just like kind of like waiting in the wings. Like, I'm ready whenever you are. So you, during that time, yes, absolutely work on yourself. Don't ever say you're not perfect unless you're saying it in a way of like, I'm not perfect and I love it. Who cares? Because what is perfect? What even is it? Doesn't even make sense. So how about becoming the ideal version of yourself, the version of you that you want to be, the version of you that is in that relationship that can handle and sustain it and feel good feelings and not push the person away by being worried or insecure or anything like that. And then, become that. Give yourself what you need from the world. Give yourself what you need from your partner. Get clear on what it is that you want and start intending that you are growing every single day. It gets better and better. Every single day it gets easier. Every day you're falling more and more in love with yourself. Things like that. And work on yourself for sure, because it's you that's preventing the relationship, not them. D says, just to confirm, you can manifest anyone regardless of no contact and distance, right? Yes. Circumstances don't matter. Yes, absolutely. Because the first thing that led me to law of attraction was me manifesting a person that didn't know I existed. So that was such a profound experience. I couldn't question it. It was like, okay, this is a thing on this planet because I did this and it blew my freaking mind. And I was there. My husband was there, so I had a witness, and that's where it started. I was like, okay, did I predict this or did I make this happen? Both. So yeah, yes, you can. Does not matter. Time and distance are not really a real thing. It's just a concept here on this planet. Okay, Nick has 3 parts to him. I'm going to try to scroll back through. Okay, Nick says, how can I stay positive and assume that my manifestation is coming or is already here when I feel down, disappointed, or discouraged because there are no positive evidence that it's taking too long? What should I say to myself at these times? Generally, I have a certainty mindset, but I have these short, dark moments. Can they make my manifestation go wrong as has already happened in the recent past? Probably because I assumed it. Okay. You have a lot of limiting issues here, and just each one of those messages has its own thing. So let's start with 1. How can I stay positive and assume that my manifestation is coming or already here when I feel down, disappointed, or discouraged because there's no positive evidence and taking too long? Okay. There's definitely a common theme here of things taking too long. You guys are not staying on top of your thoughts. You're not being diligent with what you're doing. You're not being the bouncer. You're not being on top of every single thought. And I can tell that because you wouldn't type that if that were the case. So, Jake Ducey said, to quote the great Jake Ducey, he says, evidence of lack is not lack of evidence, okay? Because you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know what strings need to be pulled in order for your manifestation to happen. So again, your job as a human is to set your intention, set your manifestation, launch your rocket of desire, whatever, declare what you want, and then show up and take it, show up and experience it. Anything in between is none of your business, okay? So if you are noticing, oh, why isn't it taking long? You're criticizing the person doing the very thing for you that you're asking for, okay? So let it take the time that it needs to take because you're not ready for it yet. And if you were, you'd have it, okay? So it's on you. You need to be focusing on what you're talking about and what you're talking about in your mind, your self-talk, the words you're saying. We don't give any weight or gravity or attention to the fact that things aren't here, because that only makes it take longer. They're here already. It's already unfolding. Everything that you could ever want exists now. It is here. It's already here. It could not be here because energy is, again, not created or destroyed. It's already all here. So the reality that you want, where you have the thing that you want, is already here. It's literally right here. And you just need to lock in on it for long enough and not take stock in its absence for it to come to you. So what should I say to make myself at these times? Generally, I have a certainty mindset, but have these short, dark moments. Just be on top of it. Be on top of it. Be the bouncer at your nightclub and go through. Are there people in here that are not wearing sparkly jumpsuits? Get the hell out. Go home and change, and then you can come back. Otherwise, you don't get to be up here. You need to be on top of all your thoughts. You need to be paying attention. You need to be redirecting. And you need to be putting in these ideas to your straight to your subconscious. That's why I say do it when you're doing things like washing the dishes, taking a shower, making coffee, driving to work, doing things that where your mind is normally checked out, working out, putting in your affirmations or your new programming, your new way of thinking, the way you want it to go, daydreaming on things that you'd like to experience, all of that, any of it works. Putting those thoughts in straight to your subconscious and then constantly redirecting, constantly redirecting, constantly redirecting. This is how you do it. And this is how you make it a habit. Can they make my manifestations go wrong as has already happened in the recent past? So right there, you just, again, reaffirmed that your shit's not working. So stop saying that it's wrong. Stop. Who cares what happened in the past? The past is nothing. The past has no bearing on what we do going forward. So cut that out. It doesn't matter. Can I make my manifestations go wrong? There is no wrong. There is no right or wrong. There just is. So if it's wrong, it's because you've decided it's wrong because it's not done yet. And you're deciding that the halfway mark isn't as good as the end goal. Guess what? Of course it's not. So don't wait to the middle part of it or to the unfolding process and decide that that's the end when the end is clearly not here yet. Okay. So stay focused, be on top of it, and don't let yourself slip up. And if you catch yourself slipping up, be on top of it. Kick that thought right out of your head. Okay. And I say that with love. Thanks for letting me yell at you. You guys are helping each other in here. That's great. Darlin Graves says, can I manifest a committed relationship with my SP? We pretty much have a relationship. We hang out almost every day and he stays over almost every night. We do a lot of stuff together. We'll spend Christmas and New Year's Eve together as well. Yet I know things with him. I know things about him. He has no idea I know. How can I manifest the version of him And he's committed to me and calls me his girlfriend. You know, that sounds exactly like my relationship with my husband before we got together, because we were spent every night together almost, but he wouldn't call me his girlfriend or whatever, and so that was a big issue with us. And if you watch my video with Jasmine, it was me deciding like, okay, I'm not gonna put up with this shit anymore. You're gonna value me, or you're gone, and I don't need this anymore. That's what caused him to like kind of step up to the plate, was me being like, bye. So what I would say for you is, I don't know if you want to give the ultimatum, because I was we had passed that point. It had been like, it was shit or get off the pot time for him. So, but you know, you can voice your opinion if you want. Otherwise, just intend that it's happening. We are like, just visualize him asking you, and intend that he's going to ask you, and just intend that he's going to ask you. And of course you're going to say yes. And of course your boyfriend or girlfriend, how could you not be? Change the story of the questioning. Because remember right now, so you have the question channel open. You need to close down the question channel so that the answer channel can open up. So close down the question channel. Can I get him? Yeah, of course. We're absolutely perfect for each other. We finish each other's sentences. We love each other. We get each other. We treat each other with respect. We love being around each other. This is exactly the way, unfolding the way I want it to go, and it's perfect. Let the universe do its job, okay? We have another super chat. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. Becca, Visa, I want to say it right. I'm so sorry. I want to manifest my SP, and I want it so much, but how can I do this when I have negative feelings and miss him so much? Can I manifest somebody and miss him? I'm also scared that this won't happen. Okay, yeah. Ugh. You got a lot of no in there. Can I manifest somebody and miss him? Think about what the word miss means. Miss is absence. So if you're missing somebody, I miss them. They're literally not in my life. I don't have them. No, that's completely different energy from they're already here. This is working out. They're already in love with me. Everything is unfolding in the most amazing way. The universe has got my back. The universe is always bringing me the most amazing people that get me and vibe with me and respect me and love me and treasure me and value me and think I'm sexy or whatever you want to think. You have to get there in your mind and stay there. Like once you start writing that story, think about it like this, okay? You're the actor. This is a movie. Life is a movie. You are the main actor, of course. You're the main role. Your person is your lead co-star role. This is your most important casting role, or whatever you want to say. So you're also the director of this movie, but you're also the screenwriter. So when you're having these moments where things are just like too much and they're not working out the way you want, you need to start taking a step back and removing yourself. Because right now you're being the actor. You need to take off that actor role and go way back to screenwriter role and get out your red pen. Because right now your script for your movie says longings for somebody that doesn't want them, always trying to get them, but it's never coming, it's never happening, unrequited love, lots of unrequited love, and then a little more unrequited love, missing all the time, terribly sad, this is not good. That's what your script says, okay? You're literally writing that into your story every single moment. So, did this get brighter? Sorry. So get out your red pen and do some script rewrites. And know that once that script rewrites come in, once we get that new script, we don't pick up that old script and start reading from it again. No, that shit has red writing all over it. It's new script, okay? Once the new script is in, new script only. And then if you want to go back and do some rewrites, fine. But guess what? Then we toss that script too, because you don't go back to that old script. Once the new script's in, that's what we're doing now. Everybody's in it. Everyone's got a copy of it. This is how the movie looks now. So rewrite that story. And then again, don't go back to the old script. You have to stay in the mindset of what you want and not entertain anything else. You can't let it affect you. You have to just ignore and reaffirm and know that what you want is coming, because your fear and doubts and worries about missing him and not being able to do it is exactly why you can't. And thank you for donating to the chat. I appreciate you. Let's see. Krista says, on the outside looking in, people who don't know me and my SP would think we are in a relationship. The old story is he said he doesn't want to be in a relationship. We see each other almost every day. This is like the exact same story we just read. Where the fudge was I? We see each other every day. I can't see this. Okay, I need some glasses. Then when I wear my glasses, you guys complain about the lights reflecting off of them. So then I just have to be blind. Okay. We see each other almost every day and talk multiple times a day. Eat together, hang out with each other. Is this the same person? No, it's a different person. Okay. Hang out with each other's kids, celebrate life together, talk about good things, bad things in our lives, so on. So here's the question. Am I making it harder by entertaining this version of him? Will the new version take longer to manifest since I'm in contact with this version? I think it helps me live in the end, but wondering if I'm wrong. no, entertain the parts of him that you do like. And then when he's doing something that you don't like up here, that's where the new script writing comes in. What am I saying? This person loves me. This is amazing. Look how great they treat me. They're always reaching out to me. They love and respect me. They think this is the most logical relationship. Of course, we're going to be together. It makes so much sense. Our kids are basically family. We already are family. You're telling a new story. You need to stay there and just be there. It's fine. It's your choice. We're not manipulating anybody. We're not making somebody do something they don't want to do because we're not interested in a version of them that doesn't want to be with us. I have no interest in a version of you that doesn't think that I'm the best thing since vegan cheese. I don't even want to see you. So if you're here, fine, I'll placate you, but I'm going to use you as practice to keep you in the mind frame of what I really want. Because the version of you that I do want already thinks that about me. I don't have to convince them of anything. I don't have time for that. You already like me, and that's why I'm choosing you. Here. Okay, where are we at? And I see Misha says, hi, Roxy. Hello, babe. Oh, wait, no, sorry. I skipped one. Super Gamer Boy, 2500 says, my SP reached out but was scared to respond back. How do I manifest her to come closer to me and build a new healthy relationship that I want to manifest? Don't be scared. Say it's logical. Of course, yeah, they reached out because this is a great relationship. This is something new we're going to explore with each other, and we're just getting to know each other. It's really awesome. Don't add like too much weight to it. Just let it be something fun, unfold harmoniously and beautifully, and create the environment through your thoughts and your words, and all the way you're describing these situations, the way you're thinking about them, only in the way that you want them to go. Again, the answer to all of these questions, every single question that's on these chats that I'll ever get again, all you have to do is simply entertain things the way you want them to go down. That's it. That's the answer to all of it, okay? And when I see Misha says, hi, Roxy, hi. Can you talk about everybody as you pushed out? For example, I want someone to not contact me anymore, but to have a revelation and understanding of why. Okay. So for that, I would just visualize them getting a text from them saying like, hey, I know you don't want to contact them anymore, but just maybe, okay, let me rephrase this. I'm going to talk this out. Okay. So you pick something like this that works for you. Pick something here and figure it out on yourself. Like mold it to what works for you. But something like that would be like, hey, I kind of just had this epiphany about how much of a piece of shit I've been, and I just don't want to really like cause any drama for you anymore. And I apologize. I'm just going to gracefully bow out. Let them do that. Visualize them saying that. Visualize them telling someone else that. Visualize them saying, I just realized I've been such a total douche to this person. I'm so embarrassed I can't even ever talk to them again, or whatever. You choose an end goal that works for you, and then just let that be happening, and let the universe figure out the best way to make it go down. Because when we provide, when we try to tell the universe how something is going to happen or how it should go down, we like narrow the scope and we make it harder for ourselves. So yeah, you know what? It's really awesome. This person that I don't even really want to talk to you, stop contacting me. Thank God. It's amazing. Universe hears my thoughts, and I have the most peaceful and harmonious life now. I only have people in my life that treat me with respect and then understand their actions and understand how their feelings and words affect me. While you are also repairing this relationship with this person in your mind, also just repair people in general. People always respect you. They're always kind to you. They'll always say something nice, and they're always conscious of, again, how their tone affects you or whatever. Just, you're writing that story. So get out your red pen and rewrite that script. PLN, thank you so, no, sorry. No, that's the money. Desconocido. Okay. Does that mean do not remember something? I'm trying to remember. Last week I talked about how I took 5 years of Spanish. Let's see if I can remember this one word. Okay. I manifested an ex back, and thank you so much for donating to the chat. We had a great evening and morning, but he ghosted me 4 months ago. Should I bring it up or ignore? Also, no contact since the meeting. What do I do for him to contact me in relationship? Okay. So if they ghosted you, okay, fine. Whatever. It happened. It doesn't have to happen anymore. It doesn't have to be our new story. We can just take that as evidence that maybe we had some fears or insecurities that were there. So let's start addressing those. Let's look at what we think is possible for us in relationships. Let's look at how we think men are in general. Let's look at what we think we are worth and things like that. So we can kind of get to the bottom of where these insecurities or fears or doubts that bubbled up in the beginning might have stemmed from, so that you can start addressing them and deploying new beliefs in place. So every time you start thinking about this person or how they ghosted you, whatever, it's fine. That was a version of them that wasn't the one I wanted. I wasn't where I needed to be. And now I'm only selecting a version of them that's totally, completely present and ready for a relationship with me. They're totally ready. Of course they are. They want to be with you. They can't stop thinking about you. Again, start talking like this and telling yourself these things, and stay there. Don't go back to the old way of thinking. Should I bring it up or ignore it? I wouldn't bring it up unless, there's just no reason to, because you're just bringing it up is just going to draw more attention and add fuel to that fire. What we want to do is the opposite. We want to literally stop watering that plant, stop putting any air, oxygen, or anything into that fire, close it down, and then start watering a new plant or lighting a new fire somewhere else that makes more sense for us, okay? So change the story, stay focused on the new reality, and don't let the past have any bearing over you. And if you notice that it does, be on top of it, redirect, figure out what it is that's coming up, and deploy new beliefs and thought processes and sentences and affirmations that counteract that. Madhu says, if people truly cannot get over their limiting beliefs and constantly attract hot and cold behavior, in your personal opinion, do you think it's best to forget them and manifest someone new because there's so much resistance with the person? Example, wasting years pretending to write a new story, but in their subconscious, it's a constant battle. Well, here's the thing. The universe knows the truth of the situation. So your hot and cold behavior is not about your SP, it's about you. So you can manifest a new person, but guess what? If you don't deal with that issue within you that's causing hot and cold behavior, the fears, the limiting doubts, the beliefs, the insecurities, whatever, they're going to flare up again. And it's going to repeat over and over and over and over and over and over and over until you deal with it. So that's on you. If you want to put it on someone else, fine, but you need to be working on yourself and figuring out what it is within you that is manifesting this over and over. Okay. Diana says, yay, merch. Yes, I'm so excited about the merch. I'll just bring it back up since we're that far down in the chat. But merch is coming next week. It's literally going to get here in my house today, but I wanted to wear it today, but I don't have it yet. So I'm going to wait till I get it because I'm doing a quality check on it before I open up the store. So that should be out. Assuming everything looks great, it'll be here on Monday. So new merch is coming. I'm so excited because it's like super cute stuff, like at least to me. And I ordered like a lot of stuff so I can wear it. I know I already said that, but I'm just repeating. If anybody's interested, we've got Black Moon Society stuff, Roxy Talks stuff, and then also like a couple like phrases that I say that we say in the videos. So more is coming. If you guys have any ideas about stuff that you want, it's really easy for me to make it because I do graphic design. So, well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not saying I'm the greatest, but I can. Anyways, if you have more ideas for merch, yeah, just reach out and let me know. And I'm excited for you guys to see that next week. It's going to be fun. Okay. Monica says, how do you focus with manifestations while healing from narcissistic abuse? Well, put the healing, I don't want to use the word healing. I want to put more so fostering healthy environments in your mind and your body and your life. Put that at the forefront and let that be where your focus is at. Let your mind be only entertaining, happy, harmonious, healthy, whole, safe, whatever, stable, honest, open, appreciative, things like that. Keep your mind there. You have to stay very much focused. Just like anything else you're manifesting, you must stay in the mindset of where you're going, okay? You have to stay there. Otherwise, who knows where you're going to end up. If you're offering different locations, your GPS, who knows where you'll get to. If you only have one location, that's where you're going, okay? If you're taking a step forward and there's only one location in front of you, that's in theory, then that's where you're going. If you're going anywhere, then I'm going there because that's where I'm going. So, so focus on the health, focus on the healthy, happy, harmonious and whole. Universe is always surrounding you with people who are concerned and they care about you. They're very conscious of their behavior. They wish the best for you only. They only want to see you happy. Things like this. Again, we're fostering these ideas in our mind so that we're putting out new vibes to the universe. And instead of attracting more situations to feel victimized by, now we're attracting situations that remind us how strong and happy and healthy and whole we are, things like that, okay? And then as you do that and things kind of start to progress, you can put that everywhere in your life. Definitely be focusing on making sure that everything that you look at, again, same thing with the nightclub, everything that comes across your mind needs to be wearing the happy, healthy, whole jumpsuit. Otherwise, don't even bother thinking it because you're just going to keep getting more of what you got. You might as well not even. I mean, of course you're going to, you have to think, but I always say you might as well not even, because you're just going to keep getting more of what you got because it's already here, and it's much easier to affirm and reaffirm and reselect something that's here right now because I see it, I can taste it, smell it, touch it. It's there. That's what it is. It's here. This is life. It's right there. So when something is in concept mode, it's a little bit harder to hold on to. So you have to stay really focused. Happy, healthy, whole, harmonious only. That's how we think about all things. Traffic, coffee, haircuts, SP, love, health, mental health, family, job, all of it. Happy, healthy, harmonious, and whole only, okay? All right, Facebook. Shantae is imagining her SP in a sparkly jumpsuit. I'm sure it looks really cute. The one I envision looks like the sequin dress that the pink, like ombre sequin dress, Kate Spade dress. Pink ombre sequin Kate Spade dress as a jumpsuit. That's what's in my mind, in case anyone's wondering. Kennedy says, if someone isn't acting how we prefer and intend, what are we doing wrong? That, for instance, right there is one of them. Just deciding that you're doing something wrong. That's a big part of it. And secondly, probably because you're taking stock in the fact that it's not working. I mean, I guess it's the same question, same answer. When you are manifesting a new version of somebody and you're kind of like, you're in that, like they're over here kind of, and now they're over here, and sometimes they're over here, but mostly they're over here because this is the version of them that you already have. Like I said, it's much easier to get to this one. When you're doing the two, you might have this like blending period going on. It's really important that even if they're not blending, even if they're still showing up like this, you can only affirm this one. Reaffirm, 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 reaffirm. This one only, okay? Always, 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 no matter what they're doing. Yes, yes, they're so perfect. It's working. Oh my God. It's like they hear my thoughts. It's like they literally hear my thoughts and know exactly what I want from them. It's amazing. We can only think about people like this. It doesn't matter what the subject is. It's got to be like this, guys. So Terry says, so I manifest my SP back in my life, but she's very hot and cold. Even though, I really like your name. That's really cute. Even though we have such a strong and natural connection. She says she doesn't want a relationship and currently wants to see other people. However, she shows up in ways that she shows in ways that she still has feelings for me and will drunk call me or message me and be really flirty and want to see me. Okay. So you're just selecting a version of her that's like halfway there. That's well, not halfway there, like partially there. Got some, you're blending basically what I was just saying. So we want to reaffirm the parts that we do like. Yes, she's reaching out to me. She loves me. She's always thinking about me. She's so sweet. I'm the only person that she wants to be with. She understands that this is a really great connection and something amazing, and she doesn't want to lose it. Something like that. Again, you're writing a story, so don't let her tell you what your story says. Nobody in the entire world, you tell it, Mango, nobody in the entire world has the ability to write your story for you. Only you get to. So if anybody says anything that you don't like, so what? And you know what I mean? Like, it's like what kind of word can I use? An extra of a movie trying to tell the screenwriter how the script should go. And what? Who are you? Who even are you? Why are you talking to me? Not to be a bitch, but really think about it like that. Like, you don't tell me how my script goes. Sorry. Not in this story. No. I'm writing the script. I'm going to get my red pen out and erase that dialogue because we don't like that at all. Go back to the drawing board and rewrite the story, okay? Nell Belly says, hey, Foxy, hey. How do you manifest your dream career? I did it, and you're watching it right now. So when I was in my job, I've told the story a lot. When I was in my job, I was sitting here, but I used to have a desk here, and I was chained to it. I was here all day, every day, draining my life force in every sales call. And I just absolutely, I couldn't handle it. And I worked for my best friend. So it was like, it's kind of a rough situation because I obviously wanted to, I wanted to be a part of her team and help her build her business. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want to help anybody build anybody else's business but my own. So it was rough. So what I did was I literally, you okay, baby dog? Mango, she can't drink water without coughing. Like, she literally does not know how to drink water. I had to be in Fantasyland. I was honestly really checked out for a long time because I couldn't afford to let my current reality continue to impress upon me. I had to be like in this lifestyle right now in my mind the whole time. And if you'll watch my old Mindset Mondays when I had my desk here, you'll see I used to have sticky notes all over this wall. And it was almost like an affirmation vision board. And I was writing these little sentences, these affirmations. I didn't really realize what I was doing at the time. I was just like, that's a beautiful thought. Let me write that down so I can look at it. And I put it on my wall, and I just like sit there sometimes and like, yes, I am 100% self-sufficient. Every dollar I make comes 100% from my own intellectual property. I am in control of my life. I am 100% in control of my domain. I used to say these things all the time. What was the other one? The biggest one I used to say was, the work I do is in alignment with my highest calling. That was like my mantra for months. And it only took a few months. Oh, what did I do here? It only took a few months. And then I pushed and pushed and pushed. I ended up stumbling upon my 30 days of alignment challenge, because I was like, let me try to be positive and not negative and not react, not angry for 30 days and see what happens. And then that's where that challenge came from. And it like changed my whole life, honestly, kind of got me kickstarted on where I'm at today. And then after I got through that challenge, I was like, okay, I need to get the F out of this job. I cannot do it anymore. And it just got to the point where like I had to quit. The day that I quit, like I couldn't focus. You know, those like times when you have to say something so bad that it's like right here and you can't, there's nothing you can think about, or like I couldn't even like focus on anything, because I was just like, I have to quit my job. I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I was like screaming in my head. And so I was on the phone with my best friend. We were talking about the job, and I just was like, she's like, what's going on? Like, how, like, what is the deal? What are you? And I was like, you know what? And I said, honestly, my 100% honest feelings right now in this moment is that I want to quit my job, but I don't want you to tell me that I can't work the rest of the week. And she's like, okay, cool. Finish out the rest of the week. And I was like, yes! Oh my God. I felt so incredible, so liberated, so amazing. And I didn't have any income coming in. I had not a cent coming in then. But I had to get out. Not saying that this is for everybody. My husband, thank God, took care of us, but we were broke for a while because we just had the one income, and we live in LA. It's very expensive here. So we were really broke for a long time. I forced myself to be broke for many years because I had to make money off of my own shit for so long, but it wasn't there yet. And so finally it got here, and now we're here. And it wasn't until after I got out of my 30 days of alignment challenge, I started realizing, like, the longer it takes me to step into my role as this right here, because I knew this is where I was going. I knew this is what I was going to be doing. And I was already making videos, but I wanted to be coaching people. The longer it took me to accept the fact that I was a coach and to quit my job and to get my shit together, the people that I would eventually help, the longer they had to suffer. Because there were people that were my first clients. And the longer it took me to get to that point where I could talk to them comfortably, they had to suffer. So that's where I started realizing, like, okay, this isn't really just about me anymore. I'm going to be helping people. That's what I'm here to do. So in essence, the longer I wait, the longer they have to wait. And that's not fair to them. So I need to get my shit together. And all of my thoughts started becoming all on board. It was all about this new lifestyle. And I didn't take stock in my 3D world. I didn't allow it to impress anymore, because I couldn't anymore. So stay where you want to go, stay focused, persist, and be there. Know that it's unfolding no matter what, even if you're not seeing evidence of lack, even if it's been 3, 4, 5, 6 months and you're still at the job you don't want to be at. Keep going. You can't just, you can just stop, but then what? You're going to start back up again and then be in the same spot. Okay. Casimir says, I'm looking extra cute with my hair clips. Thanks, babe. Love you. Elizabeth says, if our SP is married, could we manifest someone let's see. If our SP is married, could we manifest someone almost as good and available instead? Of course you can. You can manifest anything you want. You can manifest a married person if you want, if you don't have moral hangups in it. So let me make sure I'm not going to light my little fur on fire. If you don't have moral hangups, you can manifest that person too. Or yeah, absolutely. And I want you to say, instead of almost as good, how about better? This or something better. This or something better. Of course they're going to be better, because they're not going to be married. That's already a step up, right? So of course, yes, absolutely can, but you can manifest anybody, whoever you want. So don't limit yourself. Yeah, Neffy says black rose teas. Black rose. I don't know. I like the idea, but I don't know what that has to do with my brand. Help me figure out a way to incorporate it, and we'll talk. But I do have Black Moon teas coming out from the Black Moon Society, my Facebook group. Mel English says, Neville says there's no fiction. There's no fiction. What do you think about fiction writing and accidental manifestation? How to separate them? That's a good question. I would just say to intend that when I write, like, let's say you're a writer and I don't know if you're a writer and you're writing stories or something like that. You don't want them to come in true in your own life. I think that does happen though to writers. I would say just intend, say that you have a separate notebook and it's just, or a typewriter, laptop or whatever. I can't believe I said typewriter. Fuck, now I get distracted. Okay. Intend that, let's say, okay, so let's say you have your scripting notebook. Everything I write in my scripting notebook comes true really fast. And that's true. That's a real statement. So everything I write in my novel, my fantasy, my fiction notebook doesn't come true. This is just story. This is just fun. This is just exploring. So I don't have to worry about this. There's no gravity here. This is just play pretend or whatever. You can decide. I mean, you're writing that story. So the thing about Neville, do I want to go here? My opinions on Neville. I don't know if I want to go here. Obviously he has very many valid points. He's probably the leader of, as far as like the main, established ideas in the direction that I head. But I also think that Neville was teaching 60 fucking years ago, and we have made many, many more discoveries in science and quantum physics and the way that energy behaves. So not that I don't think he's right. I just think that his ideas are a little bit antiquated sometimes, and they're not the end all be all. And I notice people are like, well, Neville says this. And it's like, well, so? Like, so what? Who cares? It's your reality. You're choosing. You're letting it be a thing. So like, Jesus was talking about manifesting. What does Jesus got to say about it? Does it matter? Yeah. Does it? No. Also at the same time, it's all you. So, Neville, yes, follow. I do think his teachings are, like the direction we need to be headed with this, all this stuff, but still take it with a grain of salt. It's still someone else's opinion. This is still my opinion. Test it for yourself. And don't let anybody else, again, write your story for you. Don't give anybody the red pen, your red scripting rewriting pen. That's yours. Nobody gets to hold that thing. It's just for you, okay? Tamara says, just for clarification and peace of mind, it's never too late to stop watering/feeding that version of them that we don't want, right? It's never too late to stop. Absolutely not. It's never too late for anything. It's never too late to stop. It's never too late to start. It's always the perfect timing because you are a now machine. Ooh, I think I want to put that on shirts too, now machine. Because now machine reminds me, your past isn't your past. Because if you're thinking about your past, it's your now. There is no past. There is no future. There's only this moment unfolding after moment after moment after moment after moment. So anything that you think about, whether it's your past or not, if you're being affected by it, guess what? It's your now. You are a now machine. So it's never too late and it's never too soon. It's always the right time for anything, okay? Okay. Sorry, guys. Just like hard to like just stare at myself this whole time. Raina says, how to get rid of feelings of guilt. I was venting to a friend because I was mad and feel very bad about it. Just make peace with it. I vented because I was feeling a certain way. I let the steam off and now we're fine. I'm going to visualize myself being totally okay with the situation. Yeah, I feel good about it. I'm going to visualize myself erasing the conversation in general. I'm going to visualize that person not even remember the conversation because they were completely thinking about something else and they literally heard like nothing I said. Do all of these things, whatever it is, to kind of just like slash it and cut it down and just like remind yourself, it doesn't really matter. Because going forward, now I'm aware of my feelings and my actions and my thoughts, and I'm only going to choose ones that are productive or make me feel or make you feel good or whatever it is. Colleen. Hello, Roxy. Hello, Colleen. Welcome. Amy says, what's your number one go-to to get your energy or vibe up if you're just not feeling it at a certain time? Most of the time I'm on point, but there's time like today I feel blah. I listen to YouTube videos like this. I listen to other people. Usually like Jake Ducey, or I don't really listen to anybody else but him anymore, honestly. Sometimes I watch trashy reality TV because I just like it. And sometimes it's nice to kind of get out of your head for a minute and just like put your focus somewhere else. But I always try to just, at least no matter what you're feeling, know that no matter what, your manifestations are coming, because it's not necessarily about the feeling. It's about what do you know is possible for you. And so if I know my manifestations are coming regardless of the way I feel, I can take a day off of trying super hard and just let myself chill a little bit. That's what I would say. But yeah, I go to YouTube videos save my life all the time. And anytime I notice myself falling off track and like getting back into my old ways, because it does happen for me. And I always think this is something I'm noticing for myself is every time I like make these quantum leaps and even energy, if you zoom in on the way that it grows in increments, it doesn't grow at like an angle, like an incline, like a ramp or whatever. It grows in steps. So when you like level up, you're literally like leveling up. You're like making a jump. It's like a step. So whenever I make these like new jumps and they become this like kind of new version and understand these like new concepts, I always find myself like, oh, I got this now. And then kind of letting myself go back to my old way of thinking, my old kind of snatchy behavior, which some of you guys are so sweet. You're like, oh, I can't even imagine you being mean, Roxy. I'm like, oh, I am, and I can, and I'm working on it. And that's why we're here today on this channel, because that's what started all of it, was me trying to fix my damn mood. So YouTube videos always, for me, yeah, that's my number one go-to. That's the question. Long story short, 20 minutes later, YouTube videos, inspirational ones. I started out with like Ralph Smart from Infinite Waters, and I did a lot of Abraham Hicks for a while, and then Jake Juice. I like Jake. I like his affirmations. And then sometimes I listen to like quantum physics stuff just because I like to learn more about the situation and what's going on here. And then sometimes just like regular ass affirmations, just playing so that they're just kind of in the background. Brianna says, I love your energy, Roxy. You've inspired me so much. Thanks, babe. Love you. Glad you're here. Appreciate your kind words. Natalie says, I watched your videos this morning and shifted my focus, and my SP reached out as soon as I imagined him to text me. Damn, girl. Hell yes. Hold on. Let's give you a little bit of, yay. That's so awesome. Proud of you. We hung out, and that was the most amazing time together. Ah, yes. He even got me a Christmas gift. Yes. See, this is what I'm talking about. I love hearing your success stories. There are so many. I'm so proud of you guys. This is working. It doesn't work for just me. It's working for lots of people. So try it. Try this. You have a long life ahead of you. So try this for a little while. See if it works. Suzanne says, Suzanne, I'm going to just give a little bit of a teaser. Suzanne's about to be the new one of the new admins of my Facebook group. So welcome, Suzanne, and we'll give you your official welcome in the group this week. But she says, 100% of what I write in my journal comes true. Absolutely. Same for me. Same for me. It is insane. Scripting is life-changing. Okay, so do it. SR says, your affirmations for being lucky with money and any tips on winning lottery and other things, please. I love you and your vibe. I'm trying. I want to win the lottery too. I did win it, but I won $1. So now I'm like jackpot winner. Somebody just won like 300 million. I was like, yes. Like I just wanted someone to win it because our lottery got up to like 340 million. And we bought a couple tickets, but then we kind of forgot on the night, of course, that someone won it. But I just intended that somebody won the whole thing because when we first got that through, when it got up to 300 million, somebody won like $1 million or something. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. But there was still that huge jackpot. So I was like, I intend for someone to win this whole fucking jackpot. We forgot to get the tickets, but someone won it. And that's awesome. And I'm so like, the fact that somebody won $300 million in my reality, fuck yeah. Yes, I am close. Like that happened. I can see that. I can choose that. Yeah. And so anyways, part of me is always talking about money. Like I said earlier, I always tell myself that manifesting $1 million is as easy as manifesting a feather or a butterfly. So if I see either one, oh shit, look at all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, $16 million right here, guys. Okay. 16 million. You saw me manifest it right here. That's what I do. And who cares if I sound mentally ill or whatever? Somebody commented one time. That's ridiculous. Anyways, who cares? It's your reality. Millions of dollars are always flowing to me. I get money in chunks of millions. Like it comes to me as millions. Money is always flowing to me. It's always around. I get it every time. I'm always manifesting it. Just start fostering new ideas about it. And yeah, money is always here. It always comes to me. It always comes in huge quantities. I'm always finding money. It comes to me in like millions at a time. It comes in larger and larger quantities. Money is always there. I never have to worry about it. I love paying my bills. It feels so good to give someone a couple pieces of paper to keep my lights on. That's amazing. I get to have whatever it is that I want in life just by handing you a couple pieces of paper or sticking my little piece of plastic in that little thing. Great. Take it all because I want to share it because more is coming. I don't have to worry about it. Do this kind of stuff all the time. And yeah, and winning the lottery. Instead of focusing on winning the lottery, focus on winning the jackpot. Okay, that's my tip for you because you might just win $1, which is great because that's a win. And I did it. Woo, I won the lottery. Yay. Okay. Suzanne says, I feel that way about Neville too. We have discovered so much in the last 10 to 20 years on quantum physics. And so I lean more towards that than some of Neville's ideas. Yeah. He's obviously his ideas are amazing and they've carried a lot of people through a lot of times, but it's outdated. It's not that it's not right. It's just that it's completely outdated, and we've made a lot of discoveries in that time. You know, even Einstein went to his grave trying to disprove the quantum theory. So it ain't happening. Not yet, at least. Brianna says, Roxy, things are unfolding really nicely with my SP. He's watching my cat while I go away this week for Christmas. He was supposed to be working, and he wanted me to take care of his dog, but work gave him off. So now he's going possibly camping to take her out of the downtown core to avoid the fireworks. What sort of double down scripting would you write to be invited? I thought you were out of town. Everything seems so easy now. Always appreciate your feedback. I'm confused. I thought you said that you're going out of town, so he's watching your cat, and then he was supposed to be working, but the work gave him off, so now he's taking his dog camping? Girl, I don't understand your story. Working New Year. What? Okay, give me a quick rundown again. Give me that simplified. Okay. Louisa says, what to do if you feel like you're doing everything right, but nothing seems to be happening? Usually what happens with that is that you're doing all the things, but you have underlying beliefs, limiting beliefs about yourself that are blocking it, and or your self-talk is actually really fucked up. And usually it's both, but the self-talk is huge. People like, you can manifest and script and affirm and meditate all like every single day, but what are you doing for the rest of the 23 hours of your life? Every single day. That's where it's at, because your mindset, the way you think about things, the way you entertain them, the way you frame them, the way you talk about them, that's what manifests. So if shit's not working out for you, first of all, that's a problem. Just saying that alone is going to be manifesting. And secondly, look at every single thought that comes across your mind. And every time you speak about your situation, pay attention to the actual words that you're saying. And not to just like, promote coaching or whatever, because I don't like selling. Like, I got it. You want it, you can come get it. But for you, I would say coaching would be great, because what I do in my coaching sessions is I let you kind of talk about your situation so I can see where those things are in your vocabulary, because a lot of times you don't even know that they're there. And that's how I was when I was led to The Secret, when I was told to go get the book. It's because I was talking about myself in a way that was not in alignment with what I thought I was doing. And I didn't know about manifesting at the time. And I was talking about my music career, which I always knew 100% would be successful. But the words I was actually saying was like telling a completely different story. And that person was like, you need to read The Secret. And I thought it was some religious thing, so I had avoided it like the plague. So I used to be an atheist. And then I spent I had $11 in my wallet. It was my birthday. And she took me to lunch, this person. And I went to a bookstore, and there was a used copy for $10. Here we are, 8 years later. So, did I even answer your question? What to do if you were nothing? Everything is blah, 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 blah. Doing everything that's, yeah. So look at your self-talk, be really close attention. And if you can do a coaching session, I would definitely suggest signing up for one so that we can kind of literally talk about what exactly is going on. Oh, shiza. Oh God, I just scrolled. Uh-oh. Oh my. This is the moment that always scares me, because I think that we're progressing through the questions, but it's just that the scroll hasn't updated. And then I scroll down and like hundreds of freaking comments pop up, and it scares me. Brianna, New Year's. Okay, so just intend that you're going camping for New Year's. Awesome. You need to start getting ready. Do you have a sleeping bag? Where are you guys going? How long are you going? Do you need like hiking? Is it snow camping? Do you need like boots and jacket? Like, start getting your things ready. Start mentally preparing for camping, and then just let that be your reality. Okay. Woo! Okay. First of all, Al and Diana, aka Leanne Davies, love you guys. Thank you so much for helping with the chat and being my amazing mods here. We have gotten to the point where the things scrolled, and I don't know where the hell we were, because there's too many up here. So I'm going. God. I hate this point where I have to start picking and choosing. I feel bad. I really try to go through them all in order, but it's just there's so many. I just can't even get to them. Okay. Here's one. I keep reading not to manifest during eclipse season. Are you doing this as well? Love your videos. Absolutely not. That is so limiting. Violet's Kittens, I love your name. No, you are manifesting in every single moment of every day. Your very life, your very blood pumping through your veins, the air in your lungs is all held in place from your manifestation, your consciousness. So you are always manifesting. So to decide that you're not going to manifest during a certain time, That's like you saying, I'm not going to breathe for the next week because there's an eclipse or something. I don't know. Because there's a full moon, so I'm just not going to breathe this week. How's that going to work out for you? You tell me. Tell me in a week, okay? Lana says, how do I manifest a new group of friends or at least one good friend? That's a great question. So we want to start talking about how we're going to start changing our ideas about people in general, about the fact that we're always invited. People always want to bring us around. We are the life of the party. They love what we have to say. They love to be around us. We're magnetic. They find us enthralling. They think we're the most exciting person in the room. When we get there, they're like, yes, she's here. Oh my God, finally. People are always reaching out to you. The universe is always bringing you amazing people who get you and understand you, who bring out the best in you, who have so much fun. We're always hanging out. They're always asking you to do stuff. You're changing your dialogue. It's just like anything else. You have to change the story in your mind and like visualize that you're, God, man, I keep getting invited to all these parties. I'm invited to so many parties. I have to pick and choose between which one I want to go to because I don't really have the time. People are always reaching out to me. It's so awesome. Swing that pendulum far, but just keep in mind that if you swing it really far, you're probably going to have to swing it back because then you'll have too many things going on. That's happened to me before. So just intend what you want and stay there in your mind frame. Stay there with the focus. Stay there with your dialogue. Stay there with your inner monologue, okay, always. Didn't get to all these people, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, okay, we're at the point, the YouTube literally won't let me scroll up anymore, so I apologize. I tried to go to the top, but there's only a certain much that'll let me scroll back. Maggie blocking these trolls. Yeah, I apologize, guys, if there's trolls. I'm so sorry. Bruja Linda, you are beautiful. Thank you, darling, for the compliment. You're so sweet. Okay. Maggie says, is it possible to, if someone gets pregnant, they can manifest which gender the baby will be? I mean, I probably, I don't know. I've never been pregnant, so I don't know, but probably. I mean, right? Yeah. I don't see why not. It'd be limiting belief to say no. Negan says, I always manifest breakups where my SP says he loves me deeply and wants me, but we can't be together. I don't know my block. Can you tell me? Well, for one, the fact that you always manifest breakups where your SP says they love you, that's a block in itself, just saying that over and over. Because it might have happened to you once, and then you were fearful of it happening to you the next time. And then when it did, it was like, see, this is what happens. This always happens. And now it always happens. So instead, you're always in relationships with people who are in it for the long haul. People show up and they stay. They're dependable. They're honest. They're open. They communicate. You never have to worry what they're feeling. They always share with you. They want to be around you. They enjoy your relationship. They see it going forward and going far in the future. Change that story, okay? But I can't tell you what your blocks are without really talking to you because you might have had things from your childhood, again, like past relationships. So if you want to sign up for coaching, we can definitely get to the bottom of that and then start reinstalling new beliefs for you. Oh, shit. I'm going down in the comments. Okay. It's been, my goal is to not give any energy to that stuff. So, but it's funny, like not funny, but reading it, like after you guys have been there for I don't know how long dealing with all this, I apologize for anybody that's rude. I have my amazing mods that are in there helping out and being really amazing and trying to corral things. And I appreciate you guys because I'm like way behind on these things. I don't see them till later. Tara says, can an unfollow by him mean something other than he is trying to move on from you? It can mean whatever the hell you decide it means. It's your decision. You attach the meaning and the weight to it. So how about you decide he had to unfollow you because he's so in love with you. He can't stop thinking about you and it's driving him crazy. And he's trying to like get to a point where he can talk to you comfortably and not like freak out. Okay. That's the only reason why. Just, or whatever you want. It's your decision. Vivi, hello, darling. Okay. Oh my goodness, that's really funny. I'm so sorry. I just read a comment that says, someone who coughs correctly, the simple things, folks. And that made me laugh, which triggered my coughing because I was sick like whatever 2 weeks ago and I still have all this shit in my lungs. So thanks for manifesting me to cough some more. But Thanks. I'm sorry. And I'm really sorry that you guys have to hear this. I know I don't even want to listen back to this. Okay. Let's see. Kelly says, Roxy, how do we make all of the courses of our delicious vegetarian Christmas dinner the way we want it so everything is how we wanted it? Okay, so start looking at the aspects of your life that are going in ways that, could be improved. And in every aspect, don't limit yourself, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to start taking each one, and let's say that it is financial. Let's start thinking about money, okay? So money is going to be, I don't know, I don't even know. What do we have? We'll call it mashed potato. I've already used that analogy before, but it doesn't matter. Your mashed potatoes are cooking. Okay, so we're cleaning up our vibrations about money, just like I was saying earlier. Money always comes. It's always here. It always flows to me. It's always flowing in larger quantities. It comes every single day. I love money. It's always around. I love paying my bills. It feels so good to give money away. I love buying people lavish gifts. I love being able to spend money. I love the give and the take. I love the in and out, the back and forth flow of energy. Things like that. You're just kind of cleaning up that vibration about that. And anytime we think about money, no matter what it is, if a bill comes, oh, cool, I'll pay the whole thing. I don't even care. Even if you can't, even if you're negative, get that bill and say, oh, sweet, yeah, I'll pay that. Gotcha. Anyways, next, you always want to be framing anything that is in your mind in the way that you want it to go down. So then let's say the next thing is your family, okay? Family, they treat me with respect. They totally get me. They understand me. They understand my point of view. They're really proud of me. They think I make really smart decisions. They love my independence. They love the fact that I'm branching out on my own and figuring out life. I love that support that I have. Okay, great, cool. Family's done. And every time we think about family, that's how we think about them, okay? So then when we think about SP is in love with me. They love being around me. We have such an amazing relationship. We totally get each other. We finish each other's sentences. We have this amazing chemistry. They let me be myself. Blah, whatever. You're telling the story. Then you just keep that. You just keep them like that. Whenever you think about them, that's how you think about them, no matter what they do or say. Anybody, a bill comes, your sister says something rude, your person text messages you and say they never want to talk to you again. Does not matter. In your mind, yeah, exactly the way I want it to go. My sister is amazing. She always has nice things to say. She's always complimenting my outfits and not tearing me down. My SP loves me and they're so excited to spend the holidays with me or whatever. Or they're so excited to see me after the holidays because they have to work. They're kind of busy. Again, you're writing that story, so make sure you stay there with it, okay? Okay. Jaya says, you were able to manifest that. I've been wanting to try. I think you're talking about me manifesting a person that didn't know I existed. Someone who doesn't know I exist, but just sort of assume it won't happen. Yeah, don't assume that it won't happen. Assume that it will happen. So there was a person that I followed on Instagram. It was a musician that I was like really into, really admired when I was like heavy in my my music career days. And like I was like obsessed with them and I followed them. I watched or I looked at all their stuff. I followed them on all the socials and stuff. And I was coming to LA. And I just knew that I was going to see them. And like, I'm from LA. I'm not like some weirdo, like I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm going to meet a famous person. Like I live here. I know what it's like. I'm from here. So it wasn't like some like pie in the sky, like, oh my God, I'm going to meet a celebrity when I'm here. It was just like, I knew I was going to come in contact with that person. I was like, I'm going to LA. I know I'm going to see them. And this was before I knew about manifestation. But what I was doing is I was playing this scene of us meeting on a loop over and over and over and over and over and over in my mind. Just like Joseph Alley's technique about, pulling up the scene and like replaying it over and over and over. I've talked about that before in my videos, in the visualization video. Just like that. And I was visualizing us being in a store, turning around, like being back to back and then turning around and coming face to face with each other and being like, oh, holy shit. And that's almost exactly what happened, except that when I was literally led to the store, I was like driven there. Like I didn't know what was going on. My mind was like, what are you doing? And in the other, I had this other thing in my head saying, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going, just keep going. And I was like fighting internally. I had no idea what I was doing, but I was just like, my body was being driven to this other store in the mall that I was already at. And then I got to the store, and I didn't go in. I had like these reservations about going in. And so I kind of that was my moment that I lost I like dropped my manifestation, I guess, or where I kind of like mucked up the vibration, because it still happened. They still came and they walked by and I was outside of the store. I wasn't inside the store like I envisioned it, but they walked by and I was like, oh my God, I couldn't even look at them. Like my heart dropped to my ass kind of a thing. Like I was like, oh my God. And my husband's like behind me and he's like, and I was like, I know. He's like, did you see who that is? And I was like, I know. Because he knew I had been talking about the whole trip. I was like, I just know I was going to see this person. I just knew it. So he knew, and he was like just as shocked that I had like a witness there with me. And then I went into the store after they walked in, and then I felt really awkward. Like I was like a weird fan, and I'm super against that kind of like weird energy. So I didn't like say anything. I just left the store because I was like, now I'm stalking them. If I had gone in that store like I was supposed to, when I got up to I got to an escalator and I had only up to go to. When I got up, there was a store right in front of me, the only store there, and I didn't go in because, again, I had reservations. Had I gone in, I know that it would have ended up just like I had visualized it, where I had my back to the person, I turn around and they're right there in my face. But it's okay, because that led me to this right here, and I was like, what the hell just happened? And then I kind of went on like this weird journey of like, am I psychic or did I make this happen? And then a few months later, I was led to The Secret, like I said about I was having lunch with somebody, and they were like, you need to read The Secret. So there was that year. That was also the year that my cousin and my sister passed away. So that was definitely a weird year for me. But that's when it happened. And then that's where we are. I don't know what I was. Yeah. So yeah, it's definitely 100% possible to manifest someone that doesn't know you exist. I've done it before. More than once. Whew. I talk so fucking fast. I'm sorry. Okay. Bella Rose says, hi, Roxy. Love your videos. Can you talk about how to manifest a record deal with a major label? I mean, the same way. I don't know. Because I tried to do it for years. I wasn't there, but I don't know if it was because it wasn't my calling. I didn't really want it. I don't know. I ended up not wanting it after a while. I was like, oof, I don't think I want this lifestyle anymore. So it's just like anything else. You got to let the circumstance not be so big. And also maybe consider that signing with a big label is not the best way to go about it, because you can do it all yourself and not have to have somebody like, I'm not going to mention any names, but we know that there's large people in the industry right now who are having issues having someone own the rights to their music. And if you go with a major label, the 360 deals these days they're just going to own you. They're literally going to own every ounce of you. So I would say it's up to you. I would say instead of manifesting a major rate, well, you know what? This is you get whatever you want. So focus on it, intend that it's happening. Start taking steps in the right direction, whether that is, making sure you have music online, making connections with people in the industry, going to industry events if you can, trying to connect with people on Instagram in whatever way you can, whatever you can do to kind of get the ball rolling, but also intend that it's unfolding. But also I would say personally, don't make it have to be a major record label thing, and just make it that your music career is extremely successful. And I would also look into, her name is Laura, what is her name? Lori, is it Lori? Savvy Musician. It's called the Savvy Musician Academy. Leah, that's her name, Leah. She's like a Celtic metal artist, and she kind of like cracked the code on building a, like, what's the word? Lucrative music business on your own through social media and stuff. So look into Leah McHenry, that's her name, and her Savvy Musicians Academy. I took it. I just don't have time to apply it. I want to hire somebody to do that for me. I'll pay you to take the course if you put my music stuff out and do that work for me. Okay, anyways. MA says, why do you believe in Botox if you can manifest the change yourself? What a rude comment. That's so funny. I don't know. Why? I mean, because what if Botox is the change? What if me manifesting great skin has to do with me getting Botox? And who are you to judge that? And why does it matter? Maybe that's a limiting belief I have, or maybe that's the path that I take. I still tell myself I look amazing, but I'm also still 36 and I will be 40 soon. So I know how faces age on planet Earth. My body is literally decaying. And I don't think there's much I can do about that. Maybe that's a limiting belief in itself, but what a crusty ass question. Oh, here I go. Damn it. Last week, Chris was like, you need to stop being such a bitch on your lives. I'm going to try. Okay. I think, Krista, did I read this one? I manifested meeting Sal from, I love Impractical Jokers. Sal is my absolute favorite. Okay, we need to DM because I want to talk about this. I manifested meeting Sal from Impractical Jokers without knowing about Law of Attraction. Before their live show, I was saying, I'm going to meet Sal for about 2 weeks. And I ran into him on the street and took a pic with him. It was amazing. I freaking love Sal. I love Impractical Jokers. That's like, if there's probably like maybe 3 network shows that I watch, and that's one of them. I love Impractical Jokers. And actually, I watch it almost every day. And that question earlier about what do you do when you're in a funk, I actually do watch Impractical Jokers. But my first go-to is like I watch it on YouTube actually. YouTube or people like me, like that do uplifting stuff, or I'm assuming this is uplifting, but like Jake Ducey, like I said, or Ralph Smart. And also, yeah, I love Impractical Jokers a lot. They are funny. Okay. Fariel says, I would like to know more about subliminal videos and how they're related to law of attraction. The subliminals are, what they're doing is they're kind of, so you put them on where you're not paying attention and they're feeding straight into your subconscious. But you don't need to do this. I mean, I guess it helps for sure, but you can do this on your own. I do this by, when I'm checked out, like I said earlier, taking a shower, making coffee, walking my dogs, driving somewhere, doing anything where you're kind of just like in law land anyways, push play on your new programming. Push play on your affirmations before you mentally check out so that they're getting straight to your subconscious. And this helps rewrite the way you rewrite your thinking patterns for you. Same thing with subliminals and how they're related to law of attraction. Because when you're putting the subliminal straight to your subconscious and you're telling yourself stuff that you want to experience, you're making your mind change the way that you expect things to come about, change the way you think the world's unfolding, and then that in itself makes it come to you faster because it's your mindset that's choosing it. It's your mind frame that's selecting it and deciding and doing all the stuff. So if your mind decides that, oh yeah, this is all happening for me, of course I can have it, then it will come. Raina says, oh, okay, no, we're going back to, okay. Solo says, Roxy, I met someone new and my insecurities are popping up. What affirmations can I use to stop them from ruining things with him? He's new to my city and I'm thinking he's talking to others. Okay, well, guess what? You think he's talking to others, you're like, don't do that, okay? They're doing whatever it is you think they're doing. So don't select a version of them that's talking to others. Only select a version of them that loves you, that's like, wow, I met the most amazing person right when I moved to this city. Like, I'm so glad I have this person. We get each other, we vibe well, they treat me, whatever. You're writing that story. So change the dialogue. Of course, they want to be with you. So what if they're talking to other people? You want them to have friends, because actually this is something I learned when this is way before law of attraction. This is just like a 3D world lesson. People that move to a new city, they got an agenda. They want to meet people. They want to get out and like make friends. They want to make connections. They want to grow their circle. They don't want to just have one person in their life. So don't limit them. Don't feel like you're going to get pushed to the back burner. Instead, feel like they think, this is my first person. I'm latching onto them because they have been there before anybody else, and they're supportive of me finding new friends and making connections because I'm new to the city and I deserve to have more than one friend. So let them meet people. Don't worry about it because it's your reality and you're going to choose the one that wants to be with you. So let them be new. And then here's the other part about people new to a city. If they don't meet other people, they can be super freaking clingy. So let them meet other people, okay? Because if you end up being their only friend and you have other stuff going on and they want to hang out all the time, that could be annoying as well. So let them meet people, but let them also think that you're kind of the coolest of all of them. And even though they meet other people and they really like being around them, you're still like their first choice, okay? So just change that dialogue. Christina, you got me. I'm not going to repeat your comment because you know what I'm saying, but you got me. You're right. Okay. Kill says, does your manifestation come true the moment you come to some breakthrough in your mind and as a result, your reality changes in that very second? That's what they say. And so that's why it's really important that you don't decide that it's not working just because you don't see what's happening behind the scenes. Because if I declare, so yeah, I'm going to say yes, that's what happens. So if I declare, I'm the version of me that makes $100,000 a month, okay? If I don't do anything to worry or doubt or tell myself that's not true, to think, yeah, right. No, I'm a version of me that makes $100,000 a year, or sorry, a month. Great, perfect. So I don't know what needs to go down for that to happen. Again, that's not my business. I launch my rocket, I show up and take it, okay? So strings are being pulled as of right now, every moment, because I tell myself all the time that I'm the version of me that makes $100,000 a month. So I don't know what has to go down to make that happen, but it does, and it's happening. So when you come to some breakthrough in your mind as a result, your reality changes in that very second. It absolutely can. But again, you don't know what you need to do to be moved to that spot. So it's very important that even if it does start unfolding immediately and you might not see it, you could, I guess, but you also might. So just make sure that you stay and this is already happening. I don't need to worry about it. I don't need to question it because I've already set my GPS location. I only set it once and then I start going. Hope that answers your question. Okay. Casimira says, how do you find the balance between living in the end and modifying your current reality? i.e., the end goal is I'm happily married to SP. However, my current reality, I'd love for him to take me out on dates on a regular basis. Which thoughts do I entertain more? Okay. So I want you to put your wanting to this idea of being married to him. I want that to be like a 3-year goal. Okay. Or a 2-year goal or something like that. Because you, like you said, you're trying to manifest a marriage, but all you really want in this moment is like a date. Your mind is not accepting the fact that you are married right now, and not saying that it's bad, that a lot of people can't do that. So I kind of mentioned this in the very beginning, but instead of putting yourself 2 years down the road where you don't even know what the hell that looks like, put yourself 2 weeks down the road. If your person came back to you right now or came to you right now and said, hey, I'd like to take you on a date today, he said this, where would you be at in 2 weeks from right now? That's where you need to be in your mind frame. So when I said earlier about setting a GPS location, once you set it, it's there. I don't need to set it over and over and over again. If I set my one location in my car, if I said I'm in LA right now and I'm driving to New York City, and let's say I want to drive to Rockefeller Center or whatever, I'm going to put that location in my GPS, and then from there forward, I'm just going to go, and I'm going to take the turns it tells me to do. I'll maybe stop and take bathroom breaks, take rest breaks, eat, maybe sleep a little bit. But I don't know how to get to New York. If I didn't have a GPS, I would not know how to get there. So once I set it one time and then I start going and then I just keep going and then I just keep going and then I just keep going. I don't set it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. I set it one time and then I go. So if marriage is New York, okay, then, and I'm talking about coming from LA, then dating somebody is like maybe Las Vegas. It's a shorter distance, okay? So let's get to Vegas and then get to Vegas and celebrate. Yes, we got the relationship. So let's live in Vegas time because Vegas time is still on the road to New York. It's not that we're going to get to Vegas and then stop going. No, we're going to get to Vegas. We're going to enjoy being in Vegas and then we're going to get back in the car and go to New York. Okay, so set your GPS. We know that marriage is the long-term goal or is the goal eventually. Great. That's where we're headed. We don't need to constantly, we're married. Oh my God, we're married. No, you're going to get married because you're in a relationship. If that's your only GPS location and you take a step forward, then logically you're taking a step towards marriage. So you don't need to do it all the time. Instead, let's make it more believable. How do we get to Vegas now? I can conceptualize getting to Vegas. I could probably actually get to Vegas without GPS just by following the signs. So let's go there. Okay. Now, 2 weeks from now, he reached out to me as soon as you got off this live and he says, hey, I want to take you out. I'm like really down to look into this. Great. Where are we at in 2 weeks? That's where you need to be mentally. Okay. Or a month or whatever, something that's easy to conceptualize. And once you get there, make a new mile marker. Okay. The GPS location is still the same, but the mile markers progress us through the story, if that makes sense. Okay. Exponential potential says, how do you let go of things that don't serve anymore? Well, by recognizing them. That's the first step, is just saying like, you know what? This thing that has defined me my entire life. Again, I don't have to hate you. I don't have to love you. I just simply have to acknowledge that you got me where I am. And I appreciate that because where I am right now is in the moment of taking my infinite power back. And now I'm in control. And now I have whatever it is that I want. And I know how to get it because I am the one driving the ship and I'm the one selecting the reality that I want. So anything that happened to me in the past, anything that doesn't serve me anymore, thank you. I appreciate you being here, but it's almost like shoes you outgrow. I had great times wearing you. They don't fit me anymore, so I'm just going to let them go gracefully. And we just stop letting ourselves adhere to those things. They kind of stop resonating as much. You start putting in new belief systems that kind of counteract that or whatever it is that you're going in that evolve from there. And then anytime the old thought might come up, I've moved on from that. It doesn't really define me anymore, but whatever. Okay. Give it as little amount of like gravity and weight as possible. Emily says manifestation is a big perspective change. Absolutely. That's really all it is a change in perspective, because you're already doing it. So I apologize again. Sorry, guys. So people always say, like, let me read this question again so I make sure that's, the perspective change. People think that when they start manifesting, like, oh, I have to be like in control of my thoughts. I can only think like these little bit of thoughts. Like, that's so limiting. Well, guess what? You're already thinking extremely limiting thoughts. They're just kind of like over here. Okay. So we want to take this like little wedge of thoughts, thinking patterns that you have, and just like move it over here to where it's productive. And now we think only these kind of thoughts, because you're already doing it. You're already manifesting your reality in every single moment. It's just not one that you particularly like. I'm guessing. Ilaria says, hi, Roxy. I made some mistakes in the past that led to my ex dumping me and to look for a third party. Now I'm trying to, adapt myself to my new reality in which he will be madly in love with me. How long will it take before this reality will manifest in my 3D world with signs? Y'all, how, I love you, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but how in the hell could I know how long it's going to take you to get over your limiting beliefs, that the circumstances you're creating for yourself? I don't fucking know. I don't know. How long is it going to take? You tell me. How long is it going to take you to get over your issues and realize that you're creating all of your circumstances in every single moment? I don't have an answer for that. I literally can't. There's no way I could possibly answer it. It's going to take as long as it takes for you to get over that idea and realize that that very thought alone is going to keep your person away from you. And that I'm trying to adapt myself to a new reality. No, you are in the reality where that person is madly in love with you, period. Change the dialogue. Pay attention to what you're actually saying, okay? Which sign should I look for to announce this change? I don't know. I'm not a freaking, I don't have a crystal ball. I'm just telling you guys how to, again, just like we talked about perspective change, I'm telling you how to change your perspective. I don't know anything about your life. I don't know anything about what your issues are, anything that might be popping up for you guys, why your manifestations aren't taking long, except to say that you're not there. You're not focused right. So that's what my whole channel is about, is learning how to focus, learning how to change the perspective. That's what we're doing. So it says, can I make something happen in 2 days? My SP asked me to go to the beach Christmas Day, but today he said he wants to move on. I know it was my negative thoughts. How do I undo what he said? Okay. I love you. This is the point of the chat, around 2 hours where I'm like, okay, I've answered the same questions over and over and over again. So it just, it's kind of losing the magic for me here. So no offense, but we talked at length about a lot of these things. I know it was my negative thoughts. Well, put in new thoughts, okay? Be on top of it. These are you're more than your thoughts. Your thoughts don't run you. You run the thoughts. So get out in front of them and be in control, okay? It means to be more important for you to be in control of your thoughts and to get to your end goal of Christmas on the beach in 2 days than it does for you to soak up whatever is going on. Who cares what they say? It's your reality. Visualize yourself being at, it doesn't matter. We're going to Christmas Day. Continue packing for it. Get ready for it. Doesn't matter. Continue on as if it's happening, and don't take stock in any other idea where it couldn't. Okay. Emma says, I have to disagree. You can miss someone. You can be in a relationship and still miss the person. Yeah, but if you're in a relationship with someone that you miss, your relationship is not good. You don't have the ideal relationship. So you can get like down to semantics and try to be like, but this. But in reality, your mindset is limiting right there. And that's what it shows right there. Okay, guys? Like, sometimes people say, like, they nitpick over the smallest words. I'm like, do you understand the concept of what I'm saying? Because that's what's important, okay? Who knows what language? You think the universe just speaks English? Probably not. It's the concepts, the way you conceptualize it in your mind. So if you're missing somebody, whether they're physically next to you or not, your connection is not there. Otherwise, you wouldn't miss them. Christina says, my struggle is feeling physically run down, like tired for like the past 5 years. I can barely get out of bed, trying to talk myself out of this and find the proper affirmations. No medical problems. Okay. So you got no, you have tons of energy. You're always fully alive and ready to greet the day. Every single day gets easier and easier. Make baby steps if you have to. Get out of bed and do one thing. And then tomorrow get out of bed and do two things before you go back or whatever. Just make progress. Tell yourself it's getting easier and easier every single day. Work towards your goal and only see yourself as being like vivacious and lively, healthy, whole, happy. Like, oh my God, I feel so good. I feel so energized. I love waking up every single day feeling so energized and alive. This is your new story. Stay there, okay? Okay. I'm going to start picking and choosing, guys. Sky said, or sick or psych. I don't know. The words and affirmations just flow from you. That's great. Thank you. It's just practice. I've just practiced it so much that now this is just how my brain thinks now because I do it all the time because I'm on top of it. I'm always on top of my thoughts. I'm bouncing every thought that doesn't work and I'm constantly putting in my new programming. Still to this day, every single day. And I script every single night. Aiden says, how do we get better at visualizing results if we have never experienced what we want to happen before? You know what the end goal looks like, right? You can just visualize yourself being like, oh my God, this is the best. Yes, it worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. Oh, I feel so good. That's enough. Just visualize that, practice that, say that, do what I literally just did. Let's say that it's, you wanted to go to the San Diego Zoo and you don't know how you're going to get there. Okay. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I went to the zoo. I had the greatest time. This is so amazing. I love the zoo. I can't wait to go back. Oh my God, it's so amazing. Whatever. Change it up. You don't need to know exactly what it looks like. You just need to know what you want to experience, and then that's enough for the universe. Rebecca says, hi, Roxy. My life is in turmoil, and I started some strong antidepressants today. Can I still manifest with them? And I'm about to lose my home, dogs, and I broke everything. Stop. I'm not going to even read anymore. Because do not give any, no, you need to, no. Of course you're going to stay in your home. Of course your dogs are taken care of. Of course money is always coming through. It always comes to you. It always comes. We don't need to worry about money. It's always there. It's there for me. I got this. I'm taken care of. The universe always has my back. Of course my home situation is perfect. Of course my doggies are happy. We're all happy, healthy, whole. This is the only kind of ideas you can have. Do not breathe another letter of those circumstances again, or you're just going to keep getting them. You just cannot afford to even entertain them for a second more, okay? Be on top of it. Sunflower Kisses says, how long should we do the methods before letting go? Okay, the methods, change. You need to change the way you're thinking about it. Because when you talk like that, it sounds like you're like, how long do I have to work out to be sexy? I don't know, the rest of your fucking life. Because if you can't understand that it's maintenance, you need to be on top of it always. Because if you let yourself slip, you're going to go back into the old ways. Then guess what? You're going to slip and go back to the old ways. There is no time. There is no time. Like, time is not real. Stay in the mindset of what you want and don't entertain anything else. That's the answer to every single question on here. Jama says, so I intend to manifest my SP, have me meet him in another state for Thanksgiving. So I put travel bag in my car so I get the feeling that I'm ready to fly to meet him. Is that okay or no? If it is, as long as every time you see it, you're like, ooh, going on a trip. And that's it. And you don't like, ugh, you better call me though. You can't have that extra qualifier in there. Brianna says, what are your thoughts on being blocked? I've noticed a lot in the Black Women Society that comes up. And do you believe that is something that is reactive, needy place? Being blocked. Do you mean like blocked on social media or having like an internal like mental block? Being blocked on yes, it's of course it's needy behavior. Like lot of needy energy up in here in this industry. Okay, in this what's the word? Not genre. What's the word I want to use? Niche, market, community. How about that? A lot of needy energy in this community, and that's a big reason why your stuff's not coming about, people. Like, I think another thing that helps me is like, I've just never really been a jealous person. I don't like, if somebody has something I want, like, I'm just, okay, I want it too, but it's not like, why not me? Like, I don't know, like that, like, oh, please, me, please. It's just so like, ugh, stop, So I just have always been like, I don't want to have, like, that's why, as I mentioned earlier about not being like a fan type of person, like, you'll never see me fan out. I don't know. Maybe I'll fangirl in front of somebody, but for the most part, I'm not going to fangirl in front of anybody because it's gross and it's embarrassing, and people are people and nobody wants to be treated like that. Nobody does. It's not sexy. So yes, if you're getting blocked, it's probably because you're desperate. Just kidding. That's just what, I don't know. I'm just reacting to these questions you guys asked me. Okay, let's get some questions from someone who hasn't had one answered yet. Okay, keeping it real. My SP broke up with me about 5 months ago due to my insecurities. She's coming around again, but keeps pushing me we can only be friends thing. Can I get advice on how to change that? Yeah, your insecurities are still there. You need to deal with them. You need to tell yourself, change the dialogue. Of course, they want to be with you. Of course, you're the number one choice. Of course, you're the perfect match for them. And why not? Okay, they're in your reality. And the only reason why that they only want to be friends with you is because you keep selecting that version of them. So they do want to be more than friends. They love the idea of being in a relationship with you. People love being in a relationship with you. You're worthy. You're perfect. You're amazing. Yada, yada, yada. You got to change that story. Don't let them have any, like, why are you letting them have power? Why are you giving them your red pen to your script? No, stop it. Nika says, what about manifesting contracts? Scripted the perfect situation and manifested the deal of my dreams, but the contract isn't reflecting that. Do I persist in manifesting the perfect outcome? Yes. Do you only put on one leg of your pants and walk out the door? No, put your rest of your damn pants on and then we'll talk. Like, I feel like for contracts, it's like it's a deal that they go back and forth, right? Of course they go back and forth. No, I'm not. No, this isn't. No, no. Of course the perfect contract is going to come for you. Because I'm only signing the perfect contract. I'm manifesting a perfect contract, and that's the only one I'm going to sign. Kendall says, manifesting a healthier version of myself, and I'm frequently reminded of the current health situation. Okay, I talked about this in the beginning, so I'm not going to go too much in depth just in case people are still here and they're like, why are you answering the same question again? Which is what I ask myself all day long during this. But so if I don't get too much in depth, you can go back to the beginning and watch it. It was one of the first questions I answered. But you need to, you cannot call your illness or whatever. You got to give it no attention anymore. Unless you're like literally at the doctor and you have to talk about it. No, starve it, completely starve it. You give it only the attention that you absolutely need to give it in order to like move it along. So for like, I use the example of my shingles. The only time I gave it attention is when my husband was rubbing like vitamin E lotion on her, or like vitamin E gels, because, well, it hurt really fucking bad. But, and then I would just visualize it being healed and visualize myself erasing it, just like Photoshop. And anything I've ever healed on my body is just me visualizing myself, like my bones being super strong, made out of titanium, my hair being made out of like little tiny fine strands of steel. Everything is in my mind describing me as strong, healthy, whole all the time. So your current situation, you're frequently reminded of it. You better redirect, and you better redirect, and you better redirect. And every single time you're reminded of it, you visualize yourself healing from it or being healed of it, being healthy, happy, whole, in a white light, whatever works for you. That's how you need to do it. You need to be on top of it every single time, okay? Because that's where change is made. We have a super chat. Thank you, sweetheart. Sparkle says, since everyone is a blob of energy, that means I can manipulate the energy to disappear or behave exactly how I want. Exactly. And the reason, so I want to cut this idea of manipulate out, because I think this gets in the way of people doing the work that it takes to manifest a person to do or be or say whatever they want, because they feel guilty for changing them. They feel like history has told them that they can't. They feel like this person has already made declarations of how they feel. And so how could I possibly change their mind? Well, you're not changing their mind. You're not manipulating them. What you're doing is you are selecting the blob of energy, the version of them that's already behaving the way that you want them to. Because I don't have time to teach you how to act. I don't have time to teach you how to honor me and value me. I don't have time to convince you that you like me. I'm simply going to lock in on the version of you that already does only. Because I got other shit to focus on. And that's why we put our focus everywhere else in our life. We select only, or we entertain only the version that we want to show up. And that's it, period. Okay? I hope that answered your question. And I appreciate you donating to the super chat. if you guys want your questions answered before we go off in a half an hour, I would suggest doing that. Not that you have to pay me, but there are lots of questions, and this makes them pop up to the top. I'm trying to go through them and trying to pick people that haven't had questions answered yet. Moonlight Ocean says, hi, Roxy. Thank you so much for your inspirational videos. You're welcome. I know you mentioned having a positive mindset, but I haven't seen my SP in 4 months, and sometimes I have negative thoughts. Okay, so positive mindset, not really necessary for you to manifest, because it's your knowledge, it's your belief. It's just like, I don't have to worry that this person's going to be with me. I already know they are. I already know it's unfolding. I already know the universe has my back, and it's just like making it unfold in the most harmonious way. But what positive mindset does do is that it helps you so that when you do show up for that person, when they do come into your life, you can actually enjoy it, and you're not in your head thinking of insecurities, worrying, pushing them away, fears, doubts, all that other stuff. So just be on top of it. When you have the negative thoughts, redirect them, redirect them, redirect them. Just like I said earlier, your mind is like the most exclusive nightclub in town, and you're now a bouncer. And every single thought that comes into your mind needs to be in the strict dress code that we have. If you're not wearing a sparkly jumpsuit, you don't come inside my club, period. And if I catch you in there and you're not wearing that, get your ass out, go home and change, and then you can come back, okay? So we need to be on top of these thoughts. We're only thinking about them in ways that serve us. And if you can't have a positive thought about it, at least make sure that it's productive and isn't like tearing down your manifestation. If they're not contacting you, probably drop their phone in the toilet. Maybe their phone's not charged. And move on. Redirect and move on, okay? Miriam says, hello, beautiful. Hello. What practical techniques can we use to help us choose a better version of someone? Practical techniques. Practical techniques. I don't know. I feel like that's all I've been talking about is practical techniques. That's all I do. I do scripting every night. I would do scripting every night because scripting is life-changing. Everything I write in my scripting book comes true. And just write it out exactly the way you want them to go and do that every night. The scripting is like the oars propelling you through the waters of your manifestation. It just pushes you forward. It keeps the energy moving, and it keeps it flowing in exactly the direction you want it to go. And then be on top of your thoughts. This is I can't get any more practical than this. You be on top of your thoughts, and you insert your new programming straight to your subconscious when you're doing things where your conscious mind is checked out. Washing dishes, driving to work, working out, walking your dogs. Like I said a million times, put the programming in so it goes straight to your subconscious. Constantly be on top of your thoughts that you're redirecting any ones that are not productive or not in alignment with where you're going, and then do scripting every night. That's as practical as it gets. That's exactly what I do, and that's how my whole life is unfolded, just from those things, those 3 things. I am Conley says, for those who are doubting time and distance, I manifested someone after being broken up for 5 years, and they had moved overseas. It's possible. Sorry. Ilaria says, just to clarify, I just need to focus my thoughts to the new reality, and I don't need to intervene in the 3D world, right? It is just a matter of visualization and mental focus. Yeah. And when you use the word visualization, we don't want to use it in the now I'm going to visualize, meaning I'm conceptualizing it. I'm only entertaining things in the way that I want them to go down. That's really all you have to do. That's honestly the answer to everything. If you can only play things out in your mind the way you'd like them to show up, that's all you have to do. That's really all you have to do. If you're not going places you don't want to go in your mind, you won't go there in your life. It's really that easy, okay? Okay. Yanefi says, Roxy, my SP is a musician like you, and my question is, how to keep the faith and live in the end if you feel it, but SP doesn't show it yet, but you feel the energy shift. Then just stay. Who cares what they're doing? Who cares? They have no bearing over what you do up here. Again, nobody in the entire world except for you has the power to affect this. This is all you. Everything that you choose to think, it's a decision, okay? And sometimes we're hardwired. We go this trigger, like this person, and we immediately think, I don't know how to. They're not showing me. Your brain's hardwired to do it because you've done it so many times. So what we're gonna do is when we think of this person, maybe we do start thinking, I don't know why aren't they here? Of course they're here with me. Of course they're here. We always redirect. We always redirect. We always redirect. And then after a while, your brain starts noticing that it's going around the block just to get down the street, and it's just going to start going down the street from now on. And now you're going to have a new neural pathway. So when you think about your person, you think about how great that everything is unfolding. So stay with it. Who cares what they're doing? That's none of your damn business. You are selecting a version of them that wants to be with you, period, okay? And that's all we need to know. That's all we need to focus on. Whitney says, if our limiting beliefs come from deep-seated issues like childhood traumas, is there additional work we need to do to change our limiting beliefs? What I do with my sessions is we start talking about those things, and then I advise you to do past revision to kind of smooth those things over. And then you start implementing the new belief systems. We do evidence of falsehood and then rewriting the beliefs to where it's something that's productive and something that works for what you're going towards. And then every time that belief comes up, you always deploy that new belief until your brain again starts noticing that it's going all the way around the block just to get down the street. So now it's going to start just going down the street, okay? The brain does take over. It doesn't take long. So if you're really diligent about this, it only takes a few weeks. It takes like 3 weeks, just like any habit. Being on top of it, monitoring all the thoughts, constantly redirecting, you will get this done. It is possible. Okay. Megan says, can you say what my limiting belief is? I can't diagnose you off of one, like you want me to diagnose your whole life off of one sentence? Sounds kind of ridiculous, right? Like, it's like you go into the doctor and be like, why does my hand hurt? Well, I don't fucking know. Why does your hand hurt? You tell me. It's your hand. You know what I mean? Like, just like with all the love possible. That's what it sounds like to me. So I always manifest breakups where my SP says he loves me deeply and wants me, but can't be with me. I don't know what your belief is. Some people have beliefs that it's easier to love somebody who loves somebody else. Some people have beliefs that it gets good for a while and then the other shoe's going to drop. Some people believe that they're never actually going to have a long-term relationship. I don't know what your belief is. I would love to help you get to the bottom of it in a session, but I can't do it off of one sentence. Again, it's just like, I don't know why your hand hurts. What'd you do to it? You know? Okay, Bell Cosmetics says, I manifested my SP, but he ended up in a relationship even though that's not what I intended or scripted. How does he does love me and watch me all the time? Yep, absolutely. Stay there. Don't change. Don't tell the old story anymore. Who cares about the first half of that? Kimberly says, OMG, I laugh every time I listen to you. You make this fun. Thank you, Suzanne. Yeah, Suzanne's great. And thank you, Kimberly. Brandon says, blocked on social media. Okay. Yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Yeah, and Suzanne is a new mod for that group. Definitely love her energy and happy to have her on board. Okay. Nick Knack says, when you started this platform, did you know that a large part of your audience would be focused on manifesting SP? No, I did not. Thank you for asking that question. Because sometimes I get a lot of criticism from people like, well, all we talk about is SP. All you ever talk about is SP. It's like, do you think I want to talk about how to get your damn dumb boyfriend back all day long? No, I don't. I want to talk about transcendence and freaking understanding realities and freaking stepping into new things. That's what I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about your stupid ex-boyfriend all day. I love you guys with all my heart, but this is like, it's just so weird. And yeah, so I get pigeonholed. People think that, oh, you're only talking about SP. Everyone in your group is just SP. It's like, well, that's what they want. I can't help. Maybe that's limiting beliefs. Maybe I'm just, you know what? Let's erase all this, actually. I am always having amazing conversations. Like, it's about transcendence. We talk about stepping into new realities. People that I talk to, they blow my mind. People I talk to, they tell me things that I didn't even consider before. So every time I talk to somebody, I'm learning new stuff too. I love it. It's amazing. Okay, there we go. That's how I feel about that. I don't know how to say her name. Azucena says, how do you make an imaginal act living in the end while ensuring you will be happy when you get desired results? Example, relationships and marriages. Okay. How about instead of intending you have a relationship, you just intend that you have a peaceful, harmonious, and loving relationship? When you get to the relationship, keep affirming that it's unfolding in the most amazing way and you guys love each other and you're like, I don't understand. How do you make an imaginal act while ensuring that you'll be happy? Well, imagine yourself happy in the act, right? You're choosing it all. It's like, this is literally like, again, I've said this before. It's like I'm teaching you guys how to breathe. You're already doing it. Okay. This is natural process. You're deciding it. You are writing every single letter of your story. All of you. I don't care what you think people are telling you or what someone said, what society said, what this person did to you, what this person said. It doesn't matter. It's you deciding to continue to perpetuate that story that's keeping it alive in your life. Every single one of you guys. Okay. I say that with confidence. Shana says she's going to meet me out. Someone's manifesting me. We'll see what happens. Vention says, actually being in control of your own life is amazing. Why did you remove the Post-its? Like you, I also forced myself to be broke so I could retire early. I don't understand what's wrong with that. You know, you're right. There's nothing wrong with it, but I wanted more for my life. I wanted to not be broke. I wanted to be extremely successful monetarily and in all other ways. I removed them because I felt like they had all come true and I didn't need them anymore. And the desk left, because that was a big part of my life. It was like my prison, and the desk left, and it just seemed natural for the sticky notes to go with it as well. But I have them saved, and I've entertained making them into like I don't know what, a book or something. I don't know. I have like all my little isms and my little analogies. I write those down a lot, and I've also thought about making those into a book or something, but we'll see. How do I deal? Lashanta says, Lashanta says, how do I deal with my SP getting nude pictures from other women? Well, you're going to have to stop affirming it. You're going to have to stop reacting to it. You're going to have to just let it be. Like, maybe he thinks it's nasty. Maybe he's just not impressed by it. Actually, how about this? Every time he gets one, he's just like, wish it was from Lashante or something like that. You know, like, yeah, this is whatever, but there's someone else I'd rather be with. This is whatever, but there's somebody else who's got my heart. And this is just kind of gross, to be honest with you. Let him think of it like that. Okay. Choose a version of him that thinks that way about it. Whitney says, what do you think about tarot oh, fuck, what did I do? What do you think about tarot/oracle readings from the perspective of understanding where your current energy is in manifesting? For example, every card reading I do about my SP says he loves me deeply and thinks highly of me, but that he's not ready. I realize that is a reflection of my mindset too. I'm working on affirmations, flipping unproductive thoughts, and visualization. Yeah, you literally answered your own question. Everything you said is exactly correct. Claudia says, should I accept the help of a close friend of mine, of my special person? And okay, hold on. Should I accept the help of a close friend of my SP and I to talk them into going back with me? Or should I only focus on manifesting him on my own? Wouldn't manifesting help from a common friend be a way to manifest my SP, or would that be manipulating? Thank you so much. You're a guide for me. Well, you're welcome. Yeah, I would say that's a little bit manipulative. It's more like you saying, I don't trust the universe to do it for me. This is the way you're going to do it, universe. So instead, just intend that it's of course it's working. Of course they're together. Of course they want to be with you, and their friends co-sign it. They love you too. Everybody's on board and everybody's happy and harmonious, and we work so well together. They love seeing us together. They love our relationship. We bring out the best in each other, and so that makes them more fun to hang out with. Yada, yada, yada. Let it unfold that way, because it might be through their friend. Maybe it is through their friend. You don't know yet. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but just let it unfold the way that it does. And if you feel like reaching out to the friend to just be friends with them, then do that. But try to avoid the ulterior motive. I mean, it's hard to say, because I'm thinking now, my first boyfriend, the way that I got him was by befriending his friends. So, but that was also before I knew about law of attraction, and he already liked me. So I didn't know it at the time, of course, but when we did get together, he told me he'd already liked me. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I was fucking 17, so I don't know. My first long-term boyfriend, I should say. Okay. Al and Diana, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Marcus says, Roxy, I like an SP. That no longer reaches out to me. We both talked about being together, and then they don't contact me anymore. According to the law, they thought I caused it. Now I think everything is wrong. Nothing is wrong. You just had, with me and all my actions, I never thought of any of this stuff before. Well, don't think of it like that. Just think that, hey, there's insecurities or doubts or limiting beliefs, fears, worries, whatever within me that are kind of surfacing. So I just need to address those and then deploy new thought processes, new thinking patterns, and be on top of my thoughts. And then we'll be okay. Of course they want to reach out to you. They're thinking about you right now. They might be texting you right this very moment. That's the way you got to think about things. Okay. We want to expect them in the way that we want them to go down, not expect them in the way that we hope they don't go down. Okay. Susanna says, can you spare an hour for coaching over Christmas time? some of this is kind of like offensive to me sometimes because like I work around the clock all the time. I do as many coaching sessions as I can like physically handle energetically before I'm just completely drained and wiped out and I can't talk to anybody anymore for the rest of the day. And when I'm not doing that, I'm putting YouTube videos together. So the idea that I don't have time or people get offended that my schedule is booked out. It's like, well, what do you expect? You're coming to me. There's a lot of people that want to do it too. And I've added so many sessions over this Christmas break to accommodate people that I don't know. I don't want to add anymore. I have to draw the own line and have my own life too. And part of me owning and running my own business is me having freedom. And I don't mean to be rude, but like there are people that have been on my calendar for nearly a month, and to just give someone a spot over a holiday weekend when I want to be with my family, and I've told myself that I'm not going to do that, even though I have added slots up, it's not fair. So not to toot my own horn, but if you guys want to get in with me, my schedule's a month booked out. So, and there's nothing I can do about it. And it's not fair to the other people that have been waiting to let someone in just because they asked, right? And I even changed my schedule around. I opened up emergency and VIP slots, but those aren't even going to be able to take effect till mid-January because my calendar is booked out. I don't have a freaking another moment. I stay up till like 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, like almost every night. Okay. I'm like running myself ragged. So not to just bitch about it. I wasn't even going to say anything, but it's just kind of offense. Sometimes people like, they say things that's like rude. It's like, well, what do you expect? You are reaching out to me for my attention because other people are watching me. They are too. A lot of people are. So if you want to get in early because it's there. The line is growing, and there's nothing I can do about it except say thank you and I love you and I'll help you all in due time when your schedule comes up, when your session comes up. But I love you, Susanna, and I appreciate you, and I will help you. But I have a list and I have a waiting list, and people are on it, and it's got to come first serve, just like I do these. Okay. Ooh, awesome. Ooh, that's funny because that's kind of your name. Ooh, ooh, ooh. How do I say that? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Says, OMG, I intended to see a black rose and you mentioned it. That's awesome because somebody mentioned it in the chat. Kayla Ann says, what do you think about going to psychics while trying to manifest my SP? Just be careful with that. If you're going there, like Brianna said earlier, to get a read on your current energy, then it's fine. But if you're going there because you're looking for answers on how to like do things or what they're thinking, it's just reading your current energy. So just look at what's going on, and that's what's going on, basically. $38 says, how can I manifest getting into my dream university next fall when my current school says I won't be ready to transfer for another year? Don't let them tell you anything. You're writing the story, not them. That's a circumstance that you don't need to adhere to. Just visualize you're going there. Change your entire energy to, I want to go to the school, to I'm going in the fall. I need to be ready. Are we going out of state? Do we need to pack up our house? Are we moving? What do we need to do to get ready to be at that school in the fall? That's where your mind should be at, and nothing else. I don't care if you get a letter from your school saying absolutely not, you cannot transfer. You look at it and you say, oh, that's funny. Yeah, I got my transfer. Woo, I'm going. Whatever. You have to stay in the mind frame of it. Okay. Movie A says, should I set a time limit for my new reality? That sounds ridiculous. No, that's not. I can't even. Okay, that'd be like if you said, if I don't lose 30 pounds by next month, I'm going to eat like shit for the rest of my life. And I better lose that weight in that month, or that's it for me. Fuck you, body. Doesn't that sound ridiculous? No. You set a time limit? No. It's coming. It's working out. It's happening. Let the universe do its damn job and quit noticing the time. Larry, you are gorgeous. Thank you, babe. Okay. Brianna says, what sort of things inspire you? I get inspired by, I love to see people who are self-made. I love self-made people. I love seeing people that just like make a space for themselves in the world. Obviously, that's like what I did, and that's always what I wanted to do. So I love being around other people who are creative and driven and purposeful and understand that, they have the chance to do whatever they want. So they do it, and they're not, worried about things. I'm inspired by, what am I inspired by? You guys, I like the fact that you guys are always growing and learning, and like I love seeing names over and over and like hearing stories like, I got the person, we did this thing, we got into the school, we did the money, whatever. Like that is really exciting to me. And it shows me that this stuff, it's not just my techniques for me that are working. Like this is actually working for other people. What else? I don't fucking know. I can't think. I can't think about myself right now. I'm too cut off right now. MD says, I love that you're teaching our melting pot of all. Yes, thank you. Exactly. That's because that's where I started from. I was trying to figure it out myself. I was trying to uncover exactly what the hell is going on. And I started my YouTube channel as a way to document my progress. And it's funny because I did see a psychic about that. And I was wanting to do this. And she did tell me that this was my path and I should be documenting and sharing and stuff like that. And that's exactly where I'm at. So yeah, I don't know. That's, yeah, she read my energy and she was 100% right. And here I am. And it's been very amazing. And yeah, so my teachings are I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure out exactly what's going on because I want to use it to my advantage. That's my real motive. How the hell does this place work so I can use it for me? And then of course, share it with you guys because that's part of it. Reading The Secret, one of the things they tell you right in the beginning is that when you discover it, first of all, it's meant to be, you're given it because you're ready for it. And secondly, once you do, it's your duty to share it. And I have believed that. I literally adopted that. The second I read it in 2011, I was like, okay, I have to share it. And I have been trying to tell my friends and family about law of attraction for 8 years, okay? Some of them don't even know about my channel because it's just like, I don't even bother talking to them about it. And I've got a friend who I've forced to buy The Secret like years ago, and she's had it as a paperweight forever. I think she might have cracked it once or twice, but where the fuck were we talking about? Oh yeah. Yeah. Again, my whole thing is I just want to figure out what's going on. I just want to understand it and use it and share it. Part of it is sharing it with you so that everyone can use it and spread it so that we can affect the whole world. And if everybody gets on this train, then we don't really have to worry about negative things so much anymore, right? If everyone understands how powerful their thoughts are, then they're going to start seeing that it's not worth thinking a bunch of negative shit all the time. Marianne says, do you believe in angels and angel numbers? Not really. I do, like when I see numbers, I don't attach meaning to them. Like I see my birthday, which is 11/8 all the time. And obviously 3 3 3 4 4 4, all those things I see all the time. I just take that as a moment, like, because you are drawn to it. And you are drawn. You go, your eyes immediately go there and it says that thing because you weren't looking at the clock before, or you were just looking at the clock and something is like, look at the clock right now. And when that happens all the time, I just tell myself, oh, yep, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm peeking behind the curtain. I'm part of the deal. I am part of the process. Things are working out. I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm connected. It means whatever you think it means. You know, if he says, yes, the Black Moon song is awesome. Thank you, darling. And if you guys are wondering, I have a song called Black Moon. It's where the inspiration for the group came from, Black Moon Society. Yes, Black Moon song is awesome, and those teas will be a bop. Yeah, bang and beautiful. But if you can incorporate black roses as well, that'd be great too. I like that idea. I could put like a black rose and like a moon or something. Okay, we'll think about it. We'll do it. Merch is dropping next week, guys. I'm so excited for the merch. I can't wait. I ordered like 3 or 4 hoodies, and like 3 or 4 t-shirts. I got leggings. I got a mug. I didn't get any phone cases because they don't have my phone case, of course, but there are iPhone cases and Samsung cases. They don't have the 10 though. I just got the Samsung 10. Peter, thank you for complimenting my butterflies. My husband put those up last week. I think they look beautiful. Okay. Carrie Meyer says, Leor Alexandra has some good affirmations videos. She says it once and you repeat after her. Yeah, I love Leor. She's I don't know her, but she's got very sweet energy. She's obviously very beautiful, like easy to look at. And then Jake Ducey also has affirmations videos where he kind of just like puts them on a loop. I'll check out Leor's. I haven't listened to hers before, so I'll definitely check that out because I do like her energy. Miss Hill says, should we be compatible with our SP before manifesting them, or compatibility doesn't matter? Okay. That's a good question. what I want you to think about is, first things first, of course, knowing what you bring to the table, understanding what it is that makes you a good partner so that you have confidence when you say, okay, this is what I bring to the table. I need to know what you're bringing to the table. And again, it's not about like self-righteousness or being better or anything like that. It's like a partnership is a partnership. You don't go into a business partnership and say, whatever you want, you can have anything you want. I just want to be partners with you. No, fuck you. This is what I bring to the table. That's what you bring to the table. Us coming together is what makes it amazing. So standing in your truth, standing in your confidence of, this is what makes me an amazing partner, whether it's that I'm understanding, honest, caring, capable, dependable, safe, whatever, or I'm sexy, I'll keep the bedroom alive, I love you, I'll be madly, whatever it is that makes you an amazing partner, bring that up to the forefront, lead with that. And oh yeah, compatibility. And then they need to fit your lead co-starring role, not the other way around, okay? You do not make your compatibility match them. They need to fit here, okay? Earlier when I was talking about how you are the lead actor, you're the director, and you're the screenwriter, okay? This role next to this empty space, your lead co-star role, the most important role that you give away to somebody, think about it like a real movie. This role is written before the actor comes in to audition for it, okay? If Brad Pitt comes to audition, Brad Pitt plays this role. We don't rewrite the movie so that it's this movie and Brad Pitt being himself. No, Brad Pitt plays the role and he fits the character, and that's how you need to be thinking about your person. I am this, and I need to know what you bring for me, or I'm going to declare exactly what I need from you, and I'm only going to select a version of you that has all of those qualities, okay? So compatibility doesn't matter. Yes, of course, but I want you to take the idea off of like, oh, are we good together? No, of course you are, because you're only going to select a version of them that does exactly what you want and thinks the way that you already want them to think, okay? Okay. Ian says, have already liked us for, wait, is there a beginning of this question? Because it sounds like it's starting in the middle of a sentence. Okay. Have already liked us for a while, because Amanda says it has to be natural, but Jasmine says it can happen all of a sudden. I don't know what the beginning question is. I'm just going to go on a limb in here and say, I don't know. I'm just going to say that Amanda says it has to be natural. Jasmine says it can happen all of a sudden. I'm going to say they're both right, okay? Because it's your conception and awareness and ideas that manifest it. So if you can't conceive of a way where it doesn't happen naturally, then it's going to happen naturally for you. If you can get into the idea that it can happen in any single moment, then it can happen in any single moment for you. So it's all you. Remember, Jasmine's not writing your story. Amanda's not writing your story. I'm not writing your story. You are writing it with every moment, every awareness, every thought that you have, every feeling, and every like this. That's where your world's created. Nowhere else. Okay. Okay. Anne says the forecast called for rain all day through tomorrow. I declared the sun will be back out today. Guess what just stopped, and guess who's shining? Guess who was shining through my kitchen window? Yes. I did that. I stopped the rain the other day too. I was like, I just stopped the damn rain. Yep. Yes, I did. That was and I celebrated the shit out of that manifestation. Okay. Nothing else. Maria says, hey, Roxy, how can you feel more emotion or gratitude when visualizing or telling a new story? Thank you. I would attach, think of a time when you felt those feelings that you're wanting to feel, love, gratitude, emotion, whatever. Think about things that have made you feel incredible. Bring them up, drop them. Bring it back up, drop them. Get used to the feeling of conjuring it up in a moment. What does it feel like to feel extreme gratitude? What is something that I felt so grateful for that it like brightened my whole day? I'm getting like just happy thinking about it. I'm not even thinking of things. Just the concept of what does extreme gratitude feel like? Me asking it, I'm getting the answer in my body. I feel it right now. So just do that, then drop it. What does extreme gratitude feel like again? Oh yeah, it feels amazing. It does feel good. Ooh, thank you. Oh my God, I have goosebumps. Oh. Okay, yeah, I love doing it. I love it. That's how you do it. Bring it up, drop it. Bring it up, drop it. Then you practice it, and now you can pair that or match that with your new affirmations or whatever. You're visualizing, you're scripting, whatever. Okay. Oh, fudge. We just did that thing where we skipped all the way to the fudge and bottom again. Okay. Ooh, okay. Here's super chat I didn't see. I'm so sorry. Unknowing says, how to stop comparing yourself to married friends. Okay. That's a good question. Okay, first of all, if you're around married people, that's great. If you're around people who are in healthy marriages, that's amazing, because that is like manifestational food or like fodder for your brain. So I am so loving and around so many relationships, like amazing relationship. It's rubbing off on me. And I get to see exactly what it takes to keep a marriage going. And I love the fact that my friends are displaying to me exactly what I want out of life, because that means I'm on the right track. That means I'm headed for that. I'm so happy that my friends have happy, healthy marriages, because I'm basking in it. I'm in that energy. It's a part of my reality, and I know that mine's coming. So just change the way that you're looking at it and be appreciative to be in the energy of it, instead of feeling negative, like jealousy or lack when someone else gets something you want. Instead, be like, yes. Just like when somebody won $300 million in my reality, fuck yes. Somebody won $300 million in my reality. That's amazing. I am near abundance and money and all that stuff. Okay. So I just feel glad to be part of it. Okay. Okay. You guys are so sweet. I'm seeing all kinds of nice stuff up here. Oh, here's another one. Okay. Oh, same person. Okay, dear. Okay, how to handle fear of being a single female at 30. Oh, honey, you're only 30? No. Listen. The 30, like 40 today is not the same 40 when I was a kid. And I'm getting there. I'm 36. I'm very much closer to 40 than I've ever been in my entire life, of course, always. But 40-year-olds today, me now, like what I thought of a 36-year-old or a near 40 person as a kid, completely different. So any like old ideals, it's just like, it doesn't really serve us anymore. It's kind of antiquated. You're fine. You're young. You're just barely at 30. You're just barely figuring out who you actually are. So this is good time. It's a good time for you to be single, because now you are in a place of empowerment. You know how to manifest exactly what you want. We're going to set our intentions that the universe is bringing us only people who fulfill us and tick our boxes and appreciate, love, trust, understand, communicate with us, whatever you want. Now you get to decide, that's what I get. And I only have people in my life that tick these boxes or treat me this way. Otherwise, they're not even here. I don't even notice them. I don't even give them any energy because they're not here. So you're in a great place. Instead of looking at it as a fear of being single, no, you are in a place of power. You mean I get to decide what happens in my life going forward? Great, because here's what we're doing, universe. Get your pen ready, okay? So change the energy that you have around the ideas. Okay, this is an interesting question. Ati says, what if another was trying to manifest me? At the same time, I'm trying to manifest this other person. I've had some hints that a person I know who is into manifesting as well. He doesn't know I am. Okay, so this one gets a little weird, because this is where we talk about people being able to manifest you. And all of these other law of attraction people like, oh, free will and this and this and this. Well, I don't know about free will. Honestly, my real feelings is I don't fucking know. I don't know how I have free will, yet you could manifest me to do something. I don't know. So I don't know if we have consciousness in every other reality that we're in. That's something this is the kind of stuff I want to talk about. Oh yeah, look, see what I declared earlier, that this is the kind of stuff I talk about, and here we are. So I like that question a lot. I've had some hints this person. So, okay. So what I would do for that, because of what I do know or what I have found just through trial and error, is that I have a easier time believing the fact that I'm not manipulating you to do anything. I'm just selecting a version of you that's already planning on doing it, or that already feels that way, or was already wanting whatever, already wants it like this anyways. So, shit, where were we? Oh yeah. So I would simply say that you're just start like almost like your fear of them manifesting you is like adding to the manifestation. So I would start putting ideas in place that like they found somebody else, that they know that it's just friends between you guys, or that they know that you're taken, or you know what I mean? Like start putting in ideas of them kind of being like, I don't really want this person anymore, or something like that. That's just what my first initial idea is. I'm going to think on this a little bit more. Ooh. Oh man, what is happening with my mods? Are you guys being mean to my mods? You guys better, no. How do I make it better for you, for Al and Diana? Please tell me, because I don't want you guys, this is not fair for my mods to be attacked, because they're trying to make the chat better for everybody else. Unknowing says, what if my anxiety is turning him off? Well, just that thought alone is definitely going to manifest that. The fear, the worry, the anxiety itself is going to be like reflected back through the people, because you're selecting a version of him that's like, I don't really want that, you know, by entertaining him thinking that. So when you're having anxiety, and this is for every emotion, but especially anxiety, because it's one of those ones that's like, when it comes, it comes. There's nothing you can really do about it. Let your anxiety happen. Let the feelings happen. Let it happen in the body, so that you're not like trying to like tamp it down, like smash it down, which will make it just grow up and be bigger and more ridiculous. Let the emotion come, but the thoughts don't get to join the party. Your thoughts need to be on the straight and narrow. Everything is fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. 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 It's working out. Everything's working out. I don't have to worry. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Or even just like, no. So like, if you think about your anxiety, people like in the corner in a building, like talking some shit about whatever it is that you're worried about. What if this and if this and this? Does he hate me like this? How come this? Does he feel like this? How come he's not here? Why isn't he here? Why isn't he calling me? If that's like where your thoughts are at, then just be like a loudspeaker over the whole, no. You know what I mean? Like literally like a loudspeaker blaring over it. Do whatever you can, like shut it down. Shut down the thoughts so that the feelings can happen in the body, and then they can pass, and you don't go 20 miles off the road, off your main path down anxiety road. Okay. So keep the thoughts tight. If you can't flip them, if it's not working, you're flipping and keep going back, then just do whatever you can to self-soothe. Do whatever you can to keep yourself off the ledge. No, I'm not going to entertain you. No. Just beat it out, because you are, again, you are more than the thought. You're in control of the whole thing. Okay. Nina says, do you script when manifesting a new version of your SP? I script every single night. It is amazing. Everything I script comes true. And it is like, again, it's like the oars moving, propelling you through the waters of your manifestation. It's just driving you forward, and it's telling the universe which direction we want the energy to go, if that makes sense. Okay. This is... Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see. Okay. Abby says, can you manifest for relatives who are depressed? Yeah, you can. The thing with family, though, is that for one thing, you have to understand that whatever they're doing, their patterns, their behavior, all of it, you are holding them in place and preventing them from changing in your world or becoming a different version or transcending or whatever, because you are, this is what with family, because it's so deeply ingrained with us that we've known them our entire lives. They've always been this way or whatever it is. Or we know they're stubborn or whatever it is. You have to change that story in your mind, and then you can't, like, you have to really stay there. You have to really, like, when they're doing whatever they're doing, and you're in la la land, and you're talking about how amazing they're doing, how they're just having the greatest self-love discovery, and they're going on their own journey, and maybe they're discovering law of attraction, and maybe you're seeing them like, man, I just feel like better than I have in years. I feel so incredible all of a sudden. I just feel amazing. Give them their own awakening. Give them what they need, but it's very important that you don't entertain the old version of them, because it's you keeping them in that vibrational pattern that's preventing them from changing. Noodle Bar says, Noodle Bar 24/7. I like that. Can I manifest going on tour with the band? Yeah, absolutely. Just visualize they already asked you. So I always use this analogy. It's really simple, but let's say that you had a friend that lived out of state and you really wanted them to come visit you, and you're thinking about how much you missed your friend. I really want them here, whatever. So the moment you ask your friend if they want to come stay and they say yes, your energy changes from, I want my friend to come, to somebody's coming to my house. I need to get my guest room ready. I need to wash my sheets. I need to go grocery shopping. I need to know, are we going to take a car? What's going on that weekend? Completely different shift in energy. And you go from wanting to, this is happening. I need to be prepared for it. So yeah, so you're going on tour with this band. What do you need to do to get ready? That's where you should be at, okay? Oh boy. I'm so far behind in the chats. I'm just like coming up to a bunch of, I try not to, this part of the lives always gets weird because this is when I'm trying to go through the comments and there's been like a bunch of shit going down that I don't know about. Brooke says, when manifesting my SP, do I act as though he's already my boyfriend, or do I just say in my knowing that he is coming? I kind of do both. I would say, yeah, it's kind of do both. It's because the reason is because we think so many different thoughts and we think so many different ways and we have so many different notions that come up in our head. All you want to do is make sure that whatever notion's in there, whatever pops up, make sure it's got the right dress code on to be in the club. Remember earlier, you're a bouncer and every thought is trying to get into your nightclub, most exclusive club in town, and we have a dress code. You are not coming in here unless you are wearing the dress code, period. I don't care who you are. I don't care if it's me, because I'm setting an example. I have to wear my own dress code as well, meaning I can only think about myself and the things that I do, my power, my future, etc., in the ways that I want it to go down. So if an SP is coming to your door at your nightclub, they better be wearing a sparkly jumpsuit or they're not coming in. And if I catch you in here not in that outfit, you're getting bounced out. I've said that like 30 times on this thing, but yeah. What I was saying is that, sorry, I'm getting to the point where I'm like really dry and my throat is like not happy. Yeah, doing both. What I was saying is that different types of thoughts come up in your mind. Sometimes you're thinking about you guys in a relationship. Oh, we're so good together. It's such a great, perfect relationship. We're visualizing us on a trip together, sitting around the Christmas tree, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Other times we're thinking about how the texting situation. Oh, he's always texting. He's always reaching out to me. Of course he wants to be with me. Whatever's on the mind, whatever version of it that's happening, make sure you're framing it the way you want it to go. Sunny says, does crap happen before the manifestations happen? I'm crying and screaming a bit too much right now. It can. It definitely can. And instead of worrying that it's not happening or it's not unfolding, just decide that this is part of the process and we're just going to kind of have to deal with it. But again, feel the emotions if you have to, but don't let the thoughts join, because the thoughts joining it, entertaining the what ifs and then this isn't working, that's what's going to prevent the manifestation from coming through. Diane says, your scripting technique is unbelievable. It was pretty much overnight. Yes, I definitely have down days when I question the universe, etc. And when that happens, it's like taking 3 steps back. Thank you. Yeah. Scripting is like life-changing. I'm telling you guys, like people think it sounds like a chore, but it's the most rewarding chore of all time. So who cares? You know, I always say, I say this about the whole process of rewiring your mind, but it's not the kind of chore. It's not out in the yard pulling weeds chore. It's the kind of chore that if you found an ATM and every time you put $1 into it, it gave you 2 back, would you not stand there all day long and put money in there? I'd be putting $1 million bills after a while in there, okay? So is it a chore? Yeah, kind of. Is it the most rewarding chore of all time? Absolutely. So it's definitely worth it. Scripting is life-changing. If you do scripting plus retraining your mind the way I'm talking about, constantly redirecting and feeding your subconscious with these new affirmations and thoughts, it will happen within a few weeks for you. It's very fast. Everything falls into place and your brain takes over and you start thinking like this. Do you script before you sleep? Yes. I script every single night before I fall asleep, as like literally laying in bed on my pillow like this, writing. The most lazy way I could possibly do it. And like, I just start writing about the way that I want things to unfold, how they are unfolding, how it's amazing, how people treat me, how they see me, how they receive me, what happens with my business, how money comes in, all those things. And I write about a page every night. And then when I'm like halfway through the page, I'm just like, oh yeah, damn, my life is amazing. Holy shit, this is, yeah, yes. And I feel so good by the end of the page that I go to bed and I'm just like, oh yes, life. Oh my God, it's so awesome. It's unfolding in the most amazing way. I don't necessarily like visualize every single thing I write. It's just the feeling that drums up, like the feelings that billow after a page of writing about how amazing my life is. I can't help but feel it. And then I fall asleep thinking that, and that goes straight to my subconscious. And this is part of the rewiring process. Ooh, 2:40. Okay, I guess we're going for 3 hours today. All right, I'm cutting it off strictly at 3 hours. I got shit to do. Really, I have Christmas shopping to do. I haven't even done that. See, guys, you guys want more of my time? I haven't even bought presents for my freaking family yet. Okay. Haley says, do you believe in fate and that some manifestations don't come true because it's not meant to happen for you? Yeah, not really. I do think that we come to this earth with a plan or like a blueprint. And I think that we do have connections with people because, like for my husband, there are people that I've met in my life where I knew they were going to be a part of my life way before we ever talked. Like I saw them from across the room and it was just like instant. Like the second I walked in the door, them. And then that person becomes somebody in my life. This has happened to me several times. So, it's not something I can predict. It's just something that when I come into contact with that person, I immediately know. And my husband is one of those people. So, I do believe that we have like ideas or things that we come to earth to do, things to overcome, because I do feel like things like handicaps or like abuse, poverty, things like that are just like really tragic. And those things that people are like, well, what about people who are born with disabilities that they attract that? Like, well, if you listen to Dolores Cannon, she says that people come to earth with basically an agenda, and you know what you're coming here to deal with because it's the very dealing with it that gets you to the transcendent space that you're supposed to reach on planet earth. So instead of looking at other people's lives and be like, well, how come they're poor? And how come there's whole countries of people who are being persecuted? Well, first of all, stop adding energy to it because you're not helping the problem. And B, their bottom rung is different from your bottom rung. Okay. So if they're starting out here and you're starting all the way up here, you're looking down on them saying, wow, that's a terrible, unfortunate place to be at. But for them, this is just normal. This is everyday life. So there's a disparity. So I believe that people come to earth with a plan or whatever, because for me, for example, like I didn't come as a blank slate on this planet. I had information as a child that I should not have known. Like me doing what I do, I've always been this person. I've always been like this. I've always been like wise. I'm not saying I'm so wise, but like I've always just had like this knowledge that I shouldn't, like even at 3 years old, I understood human interaction and things and like had weird memories and just, I don't know, I've always been kind of strange. And so I knew I did not come here as a blank slate. There's no way I was just a bean that grew in my mom's stomach, something the size of a bean, an egg that turned into a person. And then I just all of a sudden just started doing thoughts. No, there was something before this because there's no way I could have known the shit that I knew and the connections that are there. And just the fact that like all of my skills that I have led me to this moment, the things I'm naturally gifted with, my ability to talk at length, my ability to just talk off the top of my head and like communicate ideas as they come through, my ability to counsel people, my ability to see all sides of a situation objectively. All of these things have always been in place my entire life. It's not something that I developed. It's something that I was born with. And then the fact that I have a passion for music and I am able to sing and perform and create and write, the fact that I'm good at doing something I'm passionate about, both things, tells me that I came here to do these jobs. Otherwise, why would I have the skill and the drive? That's your indication you're supposed to do something to me. I don't know if it's fate. I don't know. I think it's just kind of like what you came here to do, that this trip around, I'm going to be a singer and then turn into a motivational speaker, I guess. I don't know. That's where I'm at right now. So, is that fate? I don't know. And then do I believe things are meant to happen and not to you? No, I don't believe that, because at this point, I think that if anything, if you want anything, you can manifest it. So if it's meant to happen to you, it's only because you think it is. And if it's not meant for you, it's because you're like giving up almost, like, no, that's not meant for me. I'll just let it go. Or whatever. I mean, I don't know. But no, I don't think that. Yeah. Yes and no. No and yes. Yes and no. Okay. 8 minutes. Okay. I'm only going to answer questions from people that have not had one yet. Jacqueline says, hey, Roxy, do you reread your past scriptings every night or just write? Or just not you write them? I actually don't. Actually, the only time I ever reread them is sometimes I'll read them to my clients during sessions so that I can show them how I script, like the things that I say. But other than that, I don't reread them at all. And it's really funny sometimes going back through, because it'll be like 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm like half asleep and I'm just like, my life is magnificent. A trajectory like mine has never been seen before in the law of attraction community. Like, it's so ridiculous, but who cares if that's what I'm scripting about? If that's the GPS location I put onto my map, I'm going to head that way. Am I going to get there? We'll see. It's all unfolding together, but I'm going to be heading in that direction. So I'm going to get something close to that, right? Because I'm not entertained. I can't even think of it. I literally don't know what I would be doing other than this. I have nothing, no backup plan. So hopefully I don't need one because I don't have one. So let's see. Okay. Let's get as many questions and answers as we can in the next few minutes. Exponential Potential says, do nightmares or dreams affect manifestations as sleep is a meditation session? I had a nightmare last night. Does it affect my vibe, mood, and activity? Does it affect your vibe? Obviously it does. They do, like the other day I woke up because I had a dream my husband did something like annoying, and I woke up and I was just like, ugh, you motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and then of course, like after a few minutes you shake it off. But yeah, they can definitely affect your vibe. Do they affect your manifestations? They could. I don't know. I'm not a dream expert. I just know that as Carl Jung put it, they represent things in your life that are already kind of there, and everything in your dream is like symbolic of something else, people included. It symbolizes something within you, or your connection to that, or what you identify with that person. This is Carl Jung's approach or opinion on it. But I just think that at the very least, a dream at least shows you where your mind's at, shows you what you're thinking about. I don't know, maybe I was annoyed at my husband when I had that dream. Sometimes people do. My husband puts things away in places and we never find them again. It annoys the shit out of me sometimes. Okay. But of course I love him, of course. Okay, how do I deal with laziness knowing I'm over motivated for achievements but actually cannot move my ass? That's a great question. Well, start changing that story. Don't let it be your story anymore. You're very motivated. You're very driven. You are on top of it. And in fact, whenever you get the impulse to act, you're really good about it. That's actually something that I was, I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was that. Actually, it was impulses. I gave myself like a week and I said, every impulse I get, I'm going to follow. I didn't live up to it, but I did for a couple of days and it was pretty interesting. And then I kind of forgot, but start telling yourself, hey, I act on every impulse. Start making it a habit for 30 days. Be very much in tune with what's going on in your mind, and any nudge you get, take it and see where it leads you, and just kind of practice going and doing it. Tell yourself that you're doing it. Tell yourself that you're good at it. Tell yourself it happens every single day. You get better and better and better, and actually do it when you get the nudges. Chelsea says, do you visualize script every day? Yes, I do. I script every single night and visualize every day. Yeah, we all visualize every day. Your brain's always working. It's always on. You're always manifesting. So again, if I'm thinking of anything, I'm only thinking about it in ways that I would actually like for it to go down. Otherwise, I'm redirecting or ignoring and reaffirming, or I'm not thinking that. I'm on top of it. Okay, where are we at? Oh, fuck. There we go again. Down to the bottom. I asked Santa for an iPad, so hopefully we get an iPad and I can see the questions much easier. That would be really nice. What's the biggest thing you've ever manifested? Probably my career, honestly, because this job did not exist before I stepped into it and made it my job. And I was a round peg trying to fit into a square hole, or whatever the saying is, my whole life. I never really could stay at jobs. I never really enjoyed being at jobs unless they were like serving jobs, because then I could just kind of do what I did and make my cash and get out of there. But if I was working for someone else, it just never was like, it was soul crushing to me. And me going from, so this time last year, I was quitting got out of the restaurant industry. It was a big deal for me. Like I want to end not going in 2019 being a server anymore. So I got a new job. I was working for my best friend, working from home, doing sales, the worst thing ever to me. And well, I guess I could be shoveling shit. That'd probably be worse. But okay, it wasn't that bad. I got to stay at home and be with my dog, but I don't like to sell. It's not my thing. I don't need to convince you that what I have is what you want. Like you either want it or you don't. I don't care. So any hoodles. So I spent, the first 6 months I was working the job of 2019, because I started in December. And at first it was cool. And then I started realizing, okay, now I have no time to work on my own shit. And then I started panicking. Like, even if I give her a year, that means that in a year, which would be right now, I will be behind. I will have not done this. And like, that was scary to me. It's like, I'm 36. I'm older than her. Like I want to do my life. I'm ready to be like the person I'm supposed to be in this world. So I had to I manifested the shit out of this lifestyle. Like I'm still manifesting it every single day because I don't want it to go away. So my mind frame is always about the success that I am building for myself and where I'm going with this business. And that's it. I can't afford to entertain anything else. And so, yeah, the biggest thing I've ever manifested was quitting my job, becoming completely self-sufficient, being a self-made person, being 100% in control of my domain. Nobody, I don't answer to anybody, well, except maybe you guys on these things. But for the most part, I can turn it off if I want to, and I should because it's 2 minutes away from 3 hours. But either way, yeah, this job and this lifestyle, absolutely the biggest and most rewarding thing I've ever done. And it was through my 360 process that I'm trying to teach you guys and trying to tell you how to do it. This is how it got to me because I've known about law of attraction for the last 8 years. And this has all happened this last year. And everything actually really fell into place in October, which you all know, right? Because you're on my channel. That's when everything switched to the new channel and that shit took off. And I want to be at 20K by 2020, but we'll see. Either way, it's getting really damn close. I think we'll hit 16 today if we're not there already. And not that it matters, but it's just like exponential growth. Like I said in my scripting, the heights that my business reaches has never been seen before in the law of attraction community. We'll see what happens. We'll get there. Okay. All right. We're going to do one more question. Let's make it a good one. Somebody that hasn't had one before. I'm actually just going to read this because Megan says, can you make a video on ways to boost your self-confidence and your confidence when it comes to creating? This week's videos are all affirmations because it's Christmas. I wanted to just kind of do something a little bit easier for me because I spend so much time editing videos and doing YouTube outside of the time that I spend coaching. So all affirmations this week. And I have one on confidence and I also have one on success. The merch is here. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to read one more question. Okay. One more question. Okay. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay. Here goes my doggies. Okay, thank you. Okay, thanks, guys. Oh my God. Okay. Let's find one more question. Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you. When you said you manifested appearance changes and was guided to new diets and exercises, that was inspired action, right? Yes, I think so. I believe so. Do you believe in manifesting even if you take zero action whatsoever? Yeah, but at the end of the day, like even if I manifest a meal, I still have to eat it, right? Like at some point you have to remember what I said earlier, your job as a human being is to set your intention and your desire and then show up and take it when it's here. Okay. Whether that means leading you down the path, whether that means the person's in your lap or in your face and you need to interact with them, whether it's a burger sits down in your lap and you got to eat it, whatever. Again, set your desire, launch your rocket, set your manifestation, show up and take it. Okay. So there is the show up and taking part. You do have to like experience it to get it, right? Again, if you order food, you still have to eat it to be satiated by it. You don't just get it. And you're like, oh, good, the food came. I don't know what that was, but that was me ignoring. That was me doing absolutely nothing. So it's kind of ridiculous when you put it out like that. It's like, well, yeah, you got to do something, right? Like, even if you manifest your SP by doing nothing, are you going to continue to do nothing when they get there? No, you got to do something, right? I think, right? Yeah. Okay. You talk so fast, do you have time to think? That's funny. Someone erased it right before I could say it. No, and that's why I get sidetracked. And I can't help it. This is how I talk. I fucking talk fast. And you know what? There's like 75 other fucking law of attraction teachers who talk really slow. So thank God they're out there for you that can't understand my fast talking. Woo! Good thing there are so many other people out there that you could possibly listen to that you don't have to listen to this. All right, guys. I love you. We are going to shut down for today. I wanted to go 2.5 hours. We went 3. So that's my gift to you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Merch is coming next week. It just showed up at my door. So I'm going to go check it out. I cannot wait. The store will be open on Monday. I'll open it. I guess I'll open it like probably Monday morning. So that when my set Monday comes up and it'll be ready to go and everyone can get the merch if they want. And I'll be wearing it so you can see. If you'd like one-on-one coaching, of course, you can sign up at roxytalks.com and join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. I'm going to try to, I don't know if I have it set up yet. I'm going to try to do it so there's a discount code for members of my Facebook group on the merch. I don't know if I can do it forever or if I just do it when I launch it, but that's a good reason to join the Facebook group. If you're interested, I will be giving a discount to those people who are in my group. So look at all these Merry Christmases and Happy Holidays. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy. Let's say goodbye to our beautiful little tree because she probably won't be here next week. My husband is like, take that shit down. So I love you all. Very happy holidays. Everything you want is coming to you. Just stay focused. Stay in the mind frame. Let it come to you. And don't take stock in your 3D reality because it's just, it's old news. It's banana peels. We don't need to let it affect us at all. Okay. Okay, guys. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I will see you next week. Enjoy the affirmations from this week. And if you have any videos that you'd like to see on Roxy Talks, go ahead and leave it in the comments. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.